Oh man, it's so nice being able to freaking switch scenes without having to tab out of the game once a minute. Ooh, ooh. Should plug this thing in 5 months ago when I got it. Mirror Pass, Fall of Soliam, rites conducted 7. I read somewhere the number of rites there are, but I don't know if that's like to beat the game or to complete the game. Yes, I was doing this. I think I had already decided to study again because I like tutoring is fine, but it just helps one person, and I like being able to help the whole squad, including new people I acquire over time. Whereas the foraging is good, but like I don't know, whatever. The shop's kind of whatever. You locate a secluded area nearby where you should be able to study the Book of Rites. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. So to get this, master the other aspects of the book. So you have to master them, not just have a point in each. What do I want? Do I want to do it evenly? Or do I want to buff something else more? I like the plus quickness. I like the plus presence. The plus hope would also be pretty handy. I'm going to go with plus... I'm going to do plus hope just because I want to see if it unlocks plus glory. Otherwise, I would have done quickness. You concentrate on the substance of the words and teachings of the Book of Rites, such as you understand them thus far. Oh, I do have to tab out for this, though. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within. You cannot tell. I gain the reader's influence, spirits. All Nightwings gain plus 1 hope. I did it. Okay. Carry on my wayward wagon, Mount Alodiel. You have not yet been to this region of the downside. Volfred states that your ascent to Mount Alodiel shall begin here. Ooh, look at the big demon statue, Mount Alodiel. Looks an awful lot like our gal pal. And there's the star from the Rites. Here before you lies Mount Alodiel, the sacred mountain on whose summit the Rites were first conceived. Stretching far beyond your line of sight, somewhere upon the mountain lies the only place from which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather round again before Volfred, who stands tall as ever. Whether from the cold air or the subject now at hand, you sense a tension in the air. Now then, you all have many questions. No, I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away. But there is only silence. One question stands out in your mind, which you refrain from asking yet. If only one of you is to go free at first, who shall it be? Go on now, don't be shy. Who first? Questions? Why us? Why you indeed, madam. That I can explain. You've seen the sort you stand against as adversaries in the Rites. What is it that they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They'll settle for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom and some cushy new responsibilities. Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending still more exiles here to join us. Think on it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the Rites. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those who live to redeem their transgressions. They have a certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I have been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I needed was for somebody appropriate to show up and listen. So I planted many little eyes and ears throughout this land, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound. Took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Hedwyn over there. He was tasked with seeking 2 trustworthy allies, an old buried wagon and a reader. He was invited to bring others for the ride, all different sorts, gather enough help, and he and his friends could be free. Long story, but you know much of the rest. So then, why you? Because I've reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hand. The Rites, as you have seen, are quite exclusive. You are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions. Your head is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself or keep listening. Continue listening? Your fellow exile's freedom seems to hinge on Volfred's plan. You ought to consider his every word. No, that's quite enough. Soon you have another rite to conduct. Best to focus on matters close at hand. Forgot something. I return. Wow! I just knocked the shit out of my microphone. Sorry. Okay. Yes, this is important. I want to listen. I want to learn the lores. Volfred's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much of what he's willing to tell you at this point. He prompts for further questions when Jodariel raises her voice again. Hold, you mistook my meaning. I understand your plan. Still, I wish to know, why us? Why are we, among all others, chosen for this liberation rite? On a blooded moon at the fall of Soliam, an exile from the prevailing triumvirate shall go free. The anointed champion then shall plunge into the shimmer pool and return in glory. Ah, I see. Well, but that is simple, really, madam. You are chosen, you are qualified, I should say, because, as the expression goes, 'tis what the scribes ordain. Though in this case, the expression is quite literally true. When the 8 created the rites, each one of them anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf, exiles who showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals moved on or passed on. You've met them as they are today, the accusers, the withdrawn. Milithe, Lindel the liar. The 8 scribes also formed a special group against which all the others would be judged. That group they called the Nightwings. Whoa! That's us! You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments. You need but show up to the rites, you see. The others erstwhile jockey for position for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we don't show up? Then you would deny yourselves a chance at freedom, and deny it also to your adversaries. Victory means nothing in a common rite, then. Participation is all that matters. Not so, madam. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom, while failure can be an excellent teacher. The scribes do favor the victor. So you see, those who do not conduct the rites, or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from the liberation rites. But these are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free. Yet still the other triumvirates pressed on with fleeting hope that one day you'd be back. It's been a heavy price to pay in all of this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again. Some murmur to themselves about all this as Volfred takes his leave. Others reconnoiter pathways leading up the mountain and present you with some options. The Emperor's Fall. Pathway on the outskirts of Mount Elodiel's nameless lower summits. Pamitha expects some long-lost valuables to be stashed here. Emperor's Ascent, a gap through the nameless lower summits beneath Mount Elodiel. May believes the 8 scribes will bless whoever goes through here. I guess I'll see what this blessing is about. I'm doing it again. I need to not do that again. The sublime beauty of Mount Elodiel, along with the thin air this high above the sea, has been enough to silence even the most talkative of your companions. However, May has been positively bursting with excitement. Isn't it wonderful? I think it really is. Don't you? Tizo seems to not share May's enthusiasm. He does not like the cold. You've been here before, Tizo. Isn't that true? Why would you ever leave? I wouldn't leave. I'd stay, I think. I'd stay. Unless maybe I get too cold or hungry. Wait, is that? Something about her changes. Wait, look, but Tizo, don't you see? Look, don't you see them there? Skrakri? Tizo seems to be exclaiming something in utter disbelief. You yourself see nothing, but May rises almost off her feet as the imp looks on, astonished. Was that the scribes? It was. I know it was. They said something to me. They spoke to me. They told us we are welcome, that we're welcome here. May runs off to spread the word among all your companions. Strangely enough, her enthusiasm is infectious, and in spite of everything, your spirits rise. Your companions gain +2 hope for the next rite. Ooh, a star? 2 new paths in an unknown area. Temple Cistern, second of 2 paths leading to the mountain summit. Sir Gilman wishes to look upon the sacred waters here. Sir Gilman! Temple High Road, first of 2 paths. Hedwyn expressed a passing whim to see the view from here. A passing whim? I'm gonna go look at the water. Are we gonna peek in the pool? Are we gonna do something with that star? At long last! The worm surges toward the waters of the cistern. You decide to join him for a brief excursion there after another hard day's ride. You find him in a shallow pool, appearing very much contented. This night, he thought he may never again feel freshwater's cool caress against his scales. He sighs, splashing about from time to time. Then he turns his attention to you. You, Master Reader, are most kind to take with you this wayward knight. He swears to prove himself to you and the rest. He knows that soon now someone may go free. He knows the choice of whom may weigh heavily upon you. May weigh upon you heavily indeed. For it is you who ought to make the choice, is that not so? This night he heard it from the others, so it must be true. Now listen, please, upon what little honor this knight has. This knight's penance isn't yet complete. There's much atoning to be done. So, when rises the occasion to decide who ought to go free, this knight wants you to know something. Please, do not choose him, not even if you wish, and not even if you can. He begs of you, allow this knight that simple dignity. Elodius! With that, Sir Gilman sinks into the waters. His tail waves to you to leave him be for now. Sir Gilman does not believe that he deserves his freedom yet. Huzzah! Great wisdom clouds over this knight's entire consciousness. Okay, we have Depths of the Sea Sojourner. Rites masteries enhancing a worm's carefree and unpredictable nature. The Underking traveled all across the seas and survived many perilous adventures. If Sir Gilman and all his allies are banished, he shall instantly return. Interact to make Sir Gilman gain the one vow the Sea Sojourner was unable to keep was his vow to one day return. Dominion. Stunning calm. Once per round, when saluting his adversary, Sir Gilman freezes all exiles for 3 seconds. Underking Ores was known for his many boasts, although the vast majority were not far off the mark. Heroic stand. While Sir Gilman's allies are banished, he moves faster than usual and temporarily has infinite stamina. The Underking was revered for having vanquished more worm knights than any other of his kind. Seized Chance. For 10 seconds after banishing an adversary, Sir Gilman deals an additional 10 damage to the Pyre. I mean, that's pretty good. It's less work than the other one I had. After Sir Gilman banishes an adversary, one of his banished allies shall instantly return. Whoa, the Underking promised over time to seek justice for more than 3,000 of his fallen brethren. That's pretty good. After using his slash, Sir Gilman can use it again to instantly return to his previous position. His armor scales flash like lightning underneath the sea, and his travails travel just as quickly. So you can slash back. Sir Gilman's slash banishes adversaries in a wider area of effect. The Underking Oris yet remains the most famous fencing master ever to hail from the Sea Dominion. Oh yeah. Tales of the tactics of the Underking. Rites masteries enhancing the worm's maneuvers inspired by their traditional undersea warfare. There is no limbless undersea faring warrior who has surpassed Underking Ores, though his kind keeps trying. After his slash, Sir Gilman instantly recovers all his stamina. Come forth, ye cowards, for this king is wont to trim our population down a bit. Okay. I think I like this side more. The extra points are good. The bring people back is good. Oh no, this is he comes back. This is the bring your friends back. So super good. Okay, yeah. See, I like this one, but I like this. This is a tough decision. This is the hardest one I've had to choose so far. Do the safety net. It has the better final smash. You and your companions gabble at Scribe's gates. It is said the scribes themselves keeps watch over Scribe's gate. The judgment of the scribes determines who can cross and who is sent the fast way down, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more and falls under an archway carved of stone. Come along now, everyone, and be prepared to speak your mind when you are called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment, but we may pass together, much how we act as with a single heart and mind during the rites. Well then, lead onward, Tariq. Please follow me. Removing his hat, the lone minstrel approaches the gate. You and all the others follow. When the last of your companions nears the arch, you notice someone standing high above, who then appears before you. Soliam. She eyes the lone minstrel first. Is that you, Tariq? It is. Greetings, Celeste. The gate guardian. She watches over Scribe's gate. And how was your rest? Too long, Celeste. It seems your work has piled up in the meantime. You bring this many to the gate? Aye. Then let us make this quick. She gestures toward the rest of you. Now, each of you in turn, state who you are and what you seek while crossing Scribe's gate. Do as she says, please, without questioning. Your fellow exiles exchange glances but quickly comply. I'll start. They call me Hedwyn the Deserter. I've come here seeking freedom for myself and my companions. In my case, so I can return to be with the one whom I love. The woman bids him forward. The lone minstrel prompts Rukey to speak up next. I am regarded by the name of Rukey Greentail. I just want to get out of here, I guess, with my chums, preferably. Go see Mama back home. I am Captain Jodariel. I do not truly know as yet what I am seeking here. Oh, my name is May, and I am here, I think, because the scribes have called to me. It must be them, because if not, then who? Triesta, squeak. Tizo seeks to live up to the Nightwing's legacy and maybe see the Commonwealth someday.
Sir Gilman of the Sea Dominion, at your service. This knight is on a quest to find his honor. He lost it at a certain point.
Pamitha Thane. I'm only here because my sister's here. Then, as Volfred steps forward, the one called Celeste raises her voice. You are not clad in the raiments any longer. I would know why? I had my chance already. The night wings that now stand before you, I travel with them as a pilgrim now. I see. Then state why you are here, as have the others. My name is Volfred Sandalwood. I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we all might stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side, and bring our freedom to the people there. She waves him by. Then she turns to you, for there is no one left to go. Say who you are to traverse Scribe's Gate. I'm just a crippled scholar. Where they learned you knew the old ways, they came for you. You're just an old farmhand. Your youth is gone, but your thirst for knowledge earned you a trip to the downside nonetheless. You're just a war orphan. Years of strife between the Commonwealth and High-wing remnants afflicted you since birth. I do not know who I am. Try as you might, you cannot make out the details of what life was like in the Commonwealth. Am I crippled? I don't know. Let's go with the crippled scholar. You have always sought to understand the world going around you. That knowledge proved dangerous in the Commonwealth, but now it has brought you to this point. The one called Celeste continues to examine you, expecting you to add to your response. State also what you truly seek. You want true freedom. You wish to return to the Commonwealth and to live out your days there, doing as you please. You want to help your friends. You wish to do whatever it takes to see your fellow exiles regain their freedom. You want revenge. The Commonwealth which cast you down into the downside cannot be forgiven. You want to see what happens. All you expect is that the outcome of this whole ordeal is going to be interesting. I do just want to see what happens, honestly. But I want true freedom. I want to help my friends. The companions you have met here who have helped you to survive and to find kinship in the downside. Your priority is to ensure that they achieve their goals. That is all you wish for now. The woman regards you for a time, then nods once and waves all of you by. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. And Tariq, I, Celeste, be on your way as well. The lone minstrel bows his head. Ooh, big book. Are we from the top? We're at the top already? I thought this was going to be like a way more strenuous ordeal. You can see the distant downside before you. You think of the many thousand leagues you crossed to reach this point as the sky grows dim. Oh, shites. Page revealed. What's this then? River frost. So cold it can burn the skin, but keeps the wagon cool and food fresher longer. Let's read the book first, I guess. The mercy shown in the words of Golathanian, the Master General. The imp Haub and I, we helped to save my emperor, and when the danger did subside, my emperor, Soliam, he said something to me which shook me to the essence of my being. He said, you gave your freedom, Master Golathanian, so that I may yet have mine. You too now are an exile of the downside. In all the days which I have left, I never could repay the mercy you have shown me. So if I cannot do so in this life, then I shall do it in the next. We crossed the land together, and together with the imp, we gained the company of those who saw in him what I did. Okay. Hello. Jodariel appears to be prepared for whatever is to come this night. Though it is not yet dark, she is already in her raiments. Hedwyn soon joins her, also looking ready. Any sign of Rukey? None as yet. Complained about a chafing at the collar of his mask. Our freedom might be hinging on that collar, then. Excuse me. I am certain that it is. They share a laugh together.
The three of you exchange glances, but nothing is said, or needs to be said. Soon, if Volfred is to be believed, one of your companions may regain his or her freedom. Hey, what did I miss? Am I late? Is it starting? Is it starting yet? Easy, Rukey. We got a little time. It isn't starting yet. How fare your struggles with your mask, Greentail? Feeling a lot better, thanks. Just had to smash it repeatedly against a wall for a little bit. Put some of the old nerves to bed there, for good measure. Though, this is really happening, huh? One of us might be getting out of here, like, soon. By dawn, in fact, if all goes well. If all goes well? That's one way to look at it, I guess. What are you getting at, Greentail? Well, it's just, we might be breaking up the band here, people. If one of us gets out, that's been bugging me for a while now. I thought we were all getting out of here at once. He shoots a look at you. Some of us, we might not be getting out of here at all. Hedwyn slams his fist against the wall. No, not if I can help it. We made a promise to each other, each of us, the four of us. We're all getting out of here. I care about the others too, I do, but we've been here from the start. I want you to know, my promise is to you, and I believe you will do the same for me. I don't know why I'm suddenly on the struggle bus, but hey. So it's like this, if any one of us gets out, great, but it's just a start. We're going to do whatever it takes there, on the other side, to make it so the rest of us can get back too. What, you think they're going to build a bridge down here if we ask nice or something? I don't know what it's going to take. I just know we have to try. Jodariel turns to you. Reader, we shall find a way. She nods to reassure you and to reassure herself. Rukey nods his head in turn, never once falters. Well, my friends, I think it's just about time. Let's go. One by one, they turn toward the door. The fall of Soliam awaits. A vital step in your quest for freedom, yet you feel in your heart that it shall only be the first. Your three companions each gain +1 hope for the liberation rite. Steal yourself in turn. Nearby, no telling. Admonishing himself. Praying for guidance. Keepsake. Fluttering up in the rafters. Alright. Oh. Well, that's fancy and gorgeous. Hey, Slugman. Hey, guys. So just so you're aware and all, I know how come you're here. How come you made it all the way up here? Oh, I know, all right. You're here because I got the lowest prices and all the downside, am I right? And some of the new stuff I got in stock. You're going to get a lot of value there. An awful lot. I don't have any money. Scribe snuff. Unlearn any masteries and choose again. Usable once. A bit of celestial something or other said to induce mindfulness with no lasting side effects. 1, 2, 2, 3. Flings the orb, father. I can't afford. Okay, well, see you guys. Can't afford any of it, bro. All right, here we go. Is everyone prepared, Hedwyn? Yes, though several of us have another question that's been troubling us. You need but ask. You said that one of us is going to return to the Commonwealth if we defeat the Tempers, a mighty triumvirate that has been the closest rival of the Nightwings, led by the demon Ignarius, in the Rites this night. What happens if we fail? Hedwyn, my boy, don't you see? The path to freedom and the path to enlightenment are one and the same. Do you intend to stray from the path? No. Then you have nothing to fear. But let me be much more upfront with you. Should you be defeated by the Tempers this night, then none of them shall end up going free. One of them, instead of one of you. It is as simple as that. What then is to be done? The very same as if we achieve victory. We await our next opportunity and make the most of it. Tonight, our plan... Volfred's ambitious plot to spark a revolution in the Commonwealth as peacefully as possible. We shall stand together shoulder to shoulder as the scribes themselves once stood. Current probability of success 20%. We are united in our cause. We shall look as ever toward the stars for guidance and seize upon our future chances just as they arise. So look up, my boy, and set aside your doubts. It is time to take great strides along the path. Story shall continue regardless of the outcome of this or any rite. You need but see it through.
Since last the Nightwings gained the summit of the sacred mountain and stood upon the fall of Soliam. You are to be commended for your
I wonder who the
guidance,
old
leader.
Nightwings were and why they
But
disbanded.
only if you can prevail in this liberation rite. Here you stand to gain much more than some
The
enlightenment.
minstrels.
Your adversaries are none other than the Tempers. I trust they need no introduction.
Well, I've never met them before, so yes, they do.
One among you shall regain their freedom.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the Tempers, come forth now, and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. A massive demon swaggers into view. He reaches for his mask. You know who I am already, but look at what you got here. The damn Nightwings decided to show up. Almost figured we were never gonna see the day again. He takes notice of someone in your ranks. Hey, you! He indicates Jodariel. She scoffs back at him. Lose the mask. Ain't seen one of our own in ages, not in these damn robes. Jodariel's hesitation is almost imperceptible before she removes the mask, just as her adversaries asks. Satisfied? Whoa, you must be new. Yeah, she's pretty hot though, right, bro? Jodariel soon puts her mask back on. Enough talk. Huh, I like you, curly horns. Tell you what, once we put out your lights, you can come along with these guys. We're gonna have a spot open. Only shame is I ain't gonna be around to show you a good time. I should rather cut out my tongue. Oh, you don't mean that. Our kind, we ought to stick together. Now, come on. Ignarios throws his mask back on as his allies snarl at the rest of you. Ashikol plus 30? Have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct this rite? The lone minstrel gets his attention in your subtle way. Reader, this is it. The first companion whom you choose shall be anointed to go free this very night if you prevail. The other two in the triumvirate shall lend their aid. As you may know, only the most enlightened in the rites are eligible to go free. Not all among you may be ready yet. Now, Nightwings, I would have your decision.
Who most deserves their freedom?
Choose who would be free. Unworthy. Unworthy, unworthy. So I could send Hedwyn, Jodariel, Rukey, not May, Tizo, yes, Sir Gilman, no, Pamitha, no. Shoot, man. Alright. I don't really want to send Hedwyn because he's like our... yes, he is the leader and the person who started all this. But to me, if that was me, I would want to see it through to the end and be one of the last ones to get to go through. I don't want to send Jodariel because I just like her so much and I want to have her around so I could learn more about her and see what's going on in her life. I don't want to send Rukey because he's got like a really interesting story. He's got some stuff going on with that other doggo cur. He's fast. He's fun to play with. I can't send May, so it doesn't matter. Tizo's like my fun comic relief. I like him quite a lot. But like, I don't know. Do I want to lose that? He's going to have the least story, it would appear, just because of the way he communicates with me and I interpret what he's saying. But, man, I don't want to lose anybody. Just give one of my party members... It's like a JRPG where you build up your squad throughout the game and then you just have to give one of them up forever at a certain point and keep playing without them and slowly whittle yourself down. Obviously, we wouldn't get rid of Sir Gilman. The voice is too strong. Pamitha we might get rid of because while she is... her story I don't care about yet. It's got to be Tizo, I think. Hedwyn can't be the first one through. Can he? Are they gonna be mad at me if I don't choose them? It's either Tizo or Hedwyn. Ah, man. Oh, I don't know. Like, I want it to be Tizo just because, like I said, I'm more interested in seeing more of Hedwyn's story, and he was our leader. He should keep leading us. But, like, if I don't send him, what if he's mad? What if he's sad? Oh, man. I think it's going to be Tizo. I think it's got to be Tizo. What do you have? Hopefully they give me this back. Guess I'll find out.
Tizo.
Huh? Tizo seems stunned by your decision, though he is very grateful to you for it all the same. Then the Gate Guardian looks upon you and your adversaries. Very well. Then under the watch of the 8 scribes, here are the stakes of this eve's liberation rite. Should the Nightwings prevail, the one called Tizo shall be liberated. Should the Tempers prevail, the exile Ignarius shall go free instead. Then she turns to you. Now, who among the Nightwings shall complete your triumvirate, to strive alongside Tizo and see his return to glory?
Shall lend him support?
It's gonna be Hedwyn, and it's gonna be sounds good. Now let's bring Tizo home, and it's gonna be Jodariel.
Jodariel.
Very well. Let us prevail here and see this through.
It is done.
Very well. The 8 scribes accept your choices, reader of the Nightwings. She then indicates to the lone minstrel. Now, are you yourself prepared, Tariq? Aye, Celeste. Then, let us all begin. Nightwings, been waiting an awful long time to get out of this hole. Try and stop me. Oh, I will.
Commence.
Ah. Oh, no, you don't. No! Hey, buddy, what you doing? What I'm playing? Called Pyre.
Oh, I like Pyre.
You like Pyre?
No, it's Pyre.
It's fire, yeah.
Ah.
Is it a pretty game? Yeah, come see.
Look.
You should hear the music. It's even prettier. Did you say something?
has a rainbow color?
Procrastination master.
Hey, give me hugs and kisses. You gotta go night night, okay?
No, what's possible?
Night.
Yeah,
I love you.
yeah.
Hey, it's good, okay? Look at me.
What's that?
It's my Game Boy.
I just noticed the carpet in here.
Mommy?
Or just now. Okay. Let's resume our rite. Ah! No! God damn it. Oh, no, you don't. Get that ball. Oh, no, you don't. Yep! Shit. I tried to jump. Oh, the music! Damn! Yep! Ah! Got me. Oh, whoa, they were way over there? You could pass all the way across the court? I didn't know you could do that. Damn. Nah. Get wrecked, nerd. Get it, Tizo. Slam. Oh yeah, they did start with 130. Yikes. Ah. Hop, 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 hop.
Beauteous.
Can't stop the little imp. He's too fast. Oh, missed.
An opportunity. United
Lol.
in banishment.
Goodbye.
Jodariel plunges into their pyre. The Nightwings edge closer to victory.
Oops.
All
You're
three
supposed.
Nightwings.
Oh no.
Ignatius perished.
Oh shit. That was my bad. I pressed the wrong button is actually what happened.
Positively brutish.
Do you even have the orb? I think he did. I don't know when he picked it up, but I'm pretty sure he had it. Ah, ah. Hop, 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 hop. Ah!
The orb has left your clutches. Most foul.
They like get over there into my area. Hey, your little blue campfire over there is starting to look a little thin, ain't it? Those chumps, they're rustier than you are. Just don't let on. They know who's number one. Let's keep it that way. You Nightwings ain't as tough as everybody says. Unless you're saving something for me, eh? Come on, show me what you got.
The demon whom you face was once a man, long since tainted by the downside, or rather by his crimes. Perhaps his absolution is at hand.
Ha!
My.
Nope.
Remember everything that you hold dear. 'Tis too close to call who shall prevail as yet.
And she's back. Get away from me. Ah! Okay, only gotta get one more in there and it's over. Get wrecked.
And there it is, at last.
Ha! The comeback.
Nightwings proved their worth. An outcome which left little room for doubt. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentence.
Man, it really is a bunch of bullshit that only one gets to go free. Gah, what a joke. We should have had this. You should have had this. Got all rusty. You've been waiting so damn long. Damn it, damn it. Nightwings, be seeing you around, I guess. And next time, you ain't gonna be so lucky. He's so stunned by what transpired and by what he thinks is about to happen. He looks around as the reality of what transpired sinks in. Does he have a little coat on? Or is that his raiment? He struggles to express the gratitude he feels at having served the Nightwings these many years. He also does not know what to expect from the Commonwealth and whether he will be accepted. Nevertheless, he vows that he will keep doing his part to the benefit of Volfred's plan. With that, he splashes into the Shimmer Pool, a seldom seen celestial phenomenon linking the downside back to the Commonwealth. Thus, beneath a blooded moon, the Sclorian waters rise, but for a moment, only to fall again. And is gone from view. You hear him chirping one last time. Tizo wishes for the best for each of you and asks that you remember him. Tizo earned his freedom, is on his way to the Commonwealth, and is leaving the downside forever. May he return in glory.
Godspeed, Tizo.
Pyre.
Scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
Hello, how are you this evening? I freed my little friend. I can't even see her experience bar because her head is in the way. Which means I lost a teammate. So, it's impossible to get everybody out of here. Because eventually you won't have, or unless you can do the rite with less than 3 people. But that doesn't seem like, that seems like it's against the rules.
until the rites begin anew.
Until the rites. So I did get one person out. I don't think that counts as beating the game, though. After your victory over the Tempers in the Liberation Rite, you return to your wagon to decide how to proceed from here. Hard to believe Tizo's gone. He has gone to the Commonwealth after prevailing in the Liberation Rite. He is a venerable drive imp and quite possibly the first of his kind to leave the downside. Well, look on the bright side. It's one less mouth to feed. We'll see Tizo again if we persevere. Our journey's now begun in earnest. We'll just need to make a few last preparations while we're here. What about the stars? Can we afford the time? About that, reader, go see for yourself. The night sky over Mount Alodiel is much darker than you would have expected. Your thoughts are with Tizo as you look toward the heavens. You gaze into the darkness of night. Seek now your destination. You search and search the sky, but in vain. No stars are shining now. The stars revealed nothing, did they not? You confirm his suspicions. It is as the book foretells. This is the chance we need to make ready for what lies ahead. There's a haven south of here we'll travel to at the dawn, and when the stars decide to shine for us again, we'll be ready. Mark my words. My friend is gone. This is so sad. Tizo's nest, various scraps topped with a plush fish, now enshrined by the other drive imps. Tizo's status liberated. Foraging outside, seeking water for the group, nowhere to be found. Crawling in the wheelwork. Nearby, yes, obviously I see her. And he's gone. She seems to have something on her mind. Hello, May. In spite of the late hour, you find May minding her own business in the wagon and talking to herself, or rather, to the wagon walls. But most of all, I think I'm going to miss his little chirping sounds. He woke me up with them sometimes. He kept waking me up. He sure was a good friend to both of us, right, little brother? Why, you knew him even better than I did. Much better, I should think. So you must really miss him too. She spreads her arms against the wall. I understand. I do. Those drive imps up there. Ravenous creatures, indigenous to the downside, possessing few passions other than a fast meal. Few in the Commonwealth believe these beasts are real, though stories of them are often told in jest. They seem very sad about it too. Or maybe some are happy, I don't know. More food for them to share, and they like food. Tizo sure liked food. I wonder if he'll like the food at home. It's very different, right? And so, maybe he won't? But he eats almost anything. Oh, this must be so exciting for him. And I know the scribes, they shall be watching over him still. I think maybe they love him best of all. I cannot wait to hear what he thinks of it all. And I think for sure that he will help with Mr. Sandalwood's big plan. Plan. 25% chance of success. Okay. That's... 5% is not a lot. That's a great thing about Tizo, little brother. No matter where he goes, he always helps. She bounds off without acknowledging your presence in the least. You sense that she has found some peace despite now being separated from her little friend Tizo. You hope by now that he has found safe passage in the Commonwealth. Well, we press on. Good morning, my kid. The place I noted earlier. Let me illuminate the way. The Moonlight Alcove, a small landing on the dark side of the sacred mountain. Volfred indicates you can await the next cycle of the rites. Yeah! We wagoning and wagoning. Volfred's leads you all into a calm and quiet clearing tucked away inside one of the mountain's hidden folds. All about, you see a variety of strange items and equipment. Bide your time. Hello. He seems to have something on his mind. You find Volfred seemingly lost in thought, but then he turns to you. Greetings, Rita. Though Swaggin and I, we've many memories together, and I could not help reliving some of them just now. I suppose some aspects of my past may be of relevance to you, given your role. If there is something that you wish to know, you need but ask. Okay, ask about his past. Ask what he did to earn his sentence. It reminds you of someone you heard about long ago in the Commonwealth. Ask why the Nightwings disbanded. This is one of the things I really want to know. The triumvirate of which you are now a part seems to have a storied history. Ask how he knows the lone minstrel. The two of them seem to be old acquaintances. How long have they known one another? Ask to be excused. There's no need to take up more of Volfred's valuable time right now. Pshaw! Tell me why the Nightwings disbanded. You express interest in knowing more about how the Nightwings came to be here and Volfred's past connection to the group. I have been connected to the Nightwings almost since the beginning of my days in exile. They found me, in a manner as I understand, quite like how Hedwyn and the others found you. Back then, it was a smaller group than we have now. I joined an exile called Erisa, a former exile of the Nightwings who conducted the rites alongside Volfred and Oralech, and another known as Oralech, a former exile of the Nightwings who conducted the rites alongside Volfred and Erisa. Okay. Once in a while, we let little Tizo stand with us as well. He is rather older than he looks. The other triumvirates we stood against, they feared us. Only the Tempers presented any threat to us in any given rite. But there was a terrible accident. Erisa, we lost her. And Orlect, he was my friend. He fell from Mount Alodiel. We lost him as well, on the night when he was to be free. We were reckless, hasty, and I was powerless to stop any of it. I blame the rites themselves, the circumstances that put us into danger. The downside has claimed many lives, yet this, it was too much. I vowed never again to don the mask and raiments. I had the black wagon cleared and buried, such that it could not be used again. If the Nightwings would rise again, it would be under different circumstances, under new leadership, and towards a different purpose. That is all I wish to say of this, my kin. What else do you just wish to discuss? I can ask more than one thing? What? How did you earn your sentence, sir? You ask Volfred about his past in the Commonwealth and how it is he came to be in the downside. How rather forward of you, my kin. Most whom I have met during my travels here have been reluctant to approach the subject of one's history before one's exile. Nonetheless, I am happy to tell you. As a reader, I assume you are familiar with the stamping press? Like a printing press? An illegal invention allowing written materials to be published at an extraordinary rate. In 617 AS, the Commonwealth was under siege from within, as anti-theocratic propaganda quickly spread. I owned and operated one. I took issue with the Commonwealth, the ban on literacy, the interminable wars against the high-wing remnants, the last surviving faction of the winged harps, the ancient enemies of the Commonwealth. They are as coarse as their feathers, they held themselves superior. I spread the truth about it all with my machine, under pseudonym, of course. Still, I know I was putting myself at risk, and sure enough, my stamping press was eventually discovered and burned to the ground. I, however, managed to elude capture for a while, but not for long enough. Here, in the downside, I chanced upon the Nightwings, who were searching for a reader. In that respect, my past, I think, is similar to yours.
Anyway, that is the long and the short of it. Now then, was there anything else? Well, sure. How do you know the lone minstrel? You ask Volfred about his history with the lone minstrel, whom he seems to know quite well. Tariq was there with the Nightwings when they took me on. His manner has always been much as how you've seen, although he is somewhat more cheerful now than I recall back then, if you can believe it. I think our plan has sparked a little fire in him. He serves the Rites and the Nightwings. I have tried to ask him of his past before, but he seems rather reluctant to speak of it. Though it is plain that he's not from around here. Not from around here, are ya? This being the downside, I respect his wishes for some privacy. Nonetheless, although I do not know too much of him, I count him as a friend. I lost track of him for some time, though it was he who first informed me that the Nightwings had returned. He and Tizo were instrumental in our meeting. It's been good to see him doing relatively well. Anyway, was there anything else you wish to talk about for now? Well, I don't have any other dialogue options, so no. Talk about this bell. Nope. You thank Volfred for his time and bid him a good rest of his afternoon. Likewise to you, Rita. Be well. Okay, question. Nope. I got the thing back from Tizo. Nice. Nice. Well, I guess we bide our time then. La-da-da. Everyone, the amenities are modest here at Moonlight Alcove, a small land. For many years, Volfred smuggled supplies and furnishings to this well-hidden locale. But I suggest that you get comfortable. We may be here for some time. As for myself, I have some business to attend to. Please leave the wagon in my care for now. It shall be ready when you need it next. From the mountaintop, you can see all across the downside, its impossible expanse staring back at you. The thought occurs to you that you may well never see another land besides it. And so you and your companions wait upon the mountaintop in quiet solitude, anticipating when the cycle of the rites begins to turn again. Then you shall have another opportunity to free one of your own. You may earn back their freedom one by one. Many moons pass. Yeah, except until we have less than 3, and then we can't even participate, right? So then we can't get anyone else free, and I can never get myself free because I can't participate, apparently. Then one evening... May I have a moment, Rita? The lone minstrel finds you poring over the Book of Rites, as has been your leaning through your stay at this abode. Begging your pardon, but there is something you may wish to see. Please follow me. You follow him into the cold night. Look forth, Rita. The stars shine like you have never seen. Once more, the path toward salvation is revealed, but now something is different. The stars shine once more, seeking out your destination. A black hole. Each prior time you searched the stars, they showed to you a single path, but now several rites avail themselves to you at once. Henceforth, you may choose from several different rites. Oh. Soliam, the Golden Star. The Golden Star is faint over the fall of Soliam. You're not permitted to conduct the next right here. It's a fucking black hole, bro. And these still don't do anything, as far as I know. Oh, excuse me. That one's not available, so I can go to Goal, the South Star. Your record against him is 1-0. Yeah, it's going to stay that way, too. The Dissidents. Ah, Barker Ashpaws.
You're not permitted there. Dalbert Oldheart. Oh Lord, I don't remember his name voice at all. I think it's just my generic old man voice. If I go far, well, I guess we're gonna find out. I want to learn more about Rukey's past, so we're gonna go back to Milithe, the Bog Star. Burns bright over the pit of Milithe. Barker is already on his way. And direct to challenge the Dissidents here next. Let's do it. Swoosh. The stars urge that we go to the pit of Milithe, a long way off. Volfred, sir, how are we to reach the pit of Milithe in due course of time? You know full well, Tariq. Preparations are complete. You think you see the lone minstrel smile, ever faintly, but cannot be sure. Please ask the others to gather their belongings, rest, and then assemble at the wagon there at dawn. We shall be departing at that time. As you will, sir. The cycle begins anew. As the years advance, you'll find there ought to be fewer rites this time, until once more we are to traverse Scribe's Gate. Exactly how many, it is difficult to say, but our next chance at liberty ought to present itself much sooner than before, so let's be ready for it. Now then, see you in the morning, Rita. Yeah, so last time I had to do 7. Hello, how are you doing, Jose? I hope you're having a good evening. I hope you also are getting the devil put inside of you. Doing the old multi-stream watch. So we did 7 rites last time before we got to do the liberation. And then we gave our friend away into freedom and sadness. So now, your companions have not traveled far from Moonlight Alcove. Word of the news soon spreads throughout the group. Well, okay, continue the journey is my only option. I always have the devil inside you. Next morning, Volfred calls everyone together before the black wagon. This old wagon is more than it appears. With Bertrude's aid, it escorted you across the sea to me. Now it shall escort us anywhere the stars require. Come and see. Volfred beckons you to join him in the wagon. Step inside. What? Something has changed about the wagon's interior. What looked before to be old cracks and signs of age now expose various intricate components once hidden from view. You are the Nightwings. You should travel in their customary way. He turns to you, indicating levers and devices marked with symbols from the book. So how are you doing this evening, by the way? I hope you're well. Now, Rita, whenever you're ready, you may take us up. I'll show you how. And everyone else, hang on to something. What? Take off? I get to fly? Oh! I got an airship! After having soared into the sky, the black wagon remains aloft somehow. Impossible. This airship jam. We're big fans of Jodariel around here. She's a clear Hades precursor. I can't believe it. By the Underking! The Nightwings sailed the skies again. Whosoever the stars may call for them, wheresoever. There is one catch. The downside provides few locales suitable for landing. Though we should be able to find at least a couple landing places near to where we're going. We'll then make way by land or sea toward our destination. Now, without further ado, let us proceed. The black wagon can fly. Seek landing near the pit of Milithe. Sail now the skies. Oh, baby. Oh, I get to actually fly around. Oh, my God. Oh.
Boost! Yo! Oh! Whee! Ah! Who are you? Sisters, we are under attack! Hold, no, we are merely being mocked by none other than the Nightwings. Mock us all you wish, then, wastrels of the Commonwealth. The sight of you in that utterly outlandish wagon, your mere existence is an affront to the act of flight. Would that my sisters and I could soar tireless and free as once we did, but nay, we must resort to such ignoble means of travel, such as you. Now, stay away from us, lest our vengeance should extend beyond your commonwealth and become much more personal in nature. Okay. I just had the opportunity to slam into somebody and I wanted to do it. I don't know where to go. That's the Pyre hearts down there. Keep going south. Oh, I see. I have a map. Oh, what's this? Hello. Oh, dang it. Huh? I sure do. It's right here. You were what? Are you going to bed? Come see. Come here. Okay then. Guess I don't get to get hugs. Good night. What are you? Something about the strange island you see below draws your attention. Best to avert your gaze from the Isle of Kael'mur. A forbidden island nestled in the deathless tempest. It has significance to the 8 scribes. Even the scribes themselves thought to avoid the place. Let us fly on. But it's got treasure, I bet. Wow. The Hulk of Oris. This is so cool. I can see all the other teams walking around doing their things. What's this? As you soar above the waters of Worm Gulf, you notice Sir Gilman sidle up to you very slowly. We are very, 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 very high above the waters, if this knight is not mistaken. This knight's brethren lurk beneath the surface there, in numbers untold. Fortunately, if we were to come crashing to the surface now, then this knight, why, he would receive a watery burial in the custom of his kind. Hey, thanks. That's exactly things that I wanted to hear about. Aha! Move right stick to look around. Plague. Mont. Fallow field. Ah. I see. So I can pick any one of these to land in. The lone minstrel knows of a task along this route through which you may earn stardust. Plague Mont may express interest in taking this route. Cold Moat. Hedwyn suspects you may find something of value along this route. Shoop. You return to the dismal region known as Flagging Hands. Straight away, you sense an air of dread, yet cling to hope that you can make your stay as brief as possible. You and the others check the wagon from top to bottom for any signs of wear. Rukey double-checks the air brakes and reports that they are working as expected. Hedwyn finds the cabin pressurizer acting up again and causing him concern. A heckin' concern. A swift kick makes the problem go away, for now, leaving you all with some time to yourselves before the day is done. Nonetheless, the dismal environs soon take their toll on everyone. Most of your fellow exiles lost -1 hope for the next raid. I would like to go in here. What do these do? The minstrel is out on a walk. Liberated. So sad. What are these? What are you? Hey, Jacob, thank you for the honk. Waking wood wisps. The wisps inside provide a scarce bit of light when it is needed, all for a low monthly fee. Keepsake from Black Basin. How are you doing? How's it been? Long time no chat. May is prancing about. Sir Gilman is right there. Pamitha is nearby. Hedwyn is having a quick meal. Jody is patching up woodwork. Sir Gilman is shivering there after the Black Wagon's maiden voyage through the skies. He is worried. Master Reader, this knight is very, very slightly out of sorts is all. He merely appears terrified, but he assures you that his seeming cowardice is but an optical illusion in this case. Pamitha overhears and joins you. Flying's not for everyone, Sir Knight. This knight heartily concurs, though how anyone at all can stand it he has yet to understand. Well, let's see. What's it like to swim the waters of the Sea Dominion? Ah, those glorious murky waters, engulfed in hideous warfare to be sure, but otherwise a joy to cut across, to feel the coolness of the waves beneath one's gill slits, and the like. It's going okay, trying to take a break from games. But why? Though this knight is now accustomed to his life above the surface. Flying's just the same, Sir Knight. It resists those of us not born to it. I, in turn, have wondered what your seas are like, but the thought of swimming fills me with disgust. Though I haven't had to swim, and you now have to fly. That's very brave of you, and you handled it better than some harp fledglings I've met in my day. You'll get used to it. She departs, but you sense Sir Gilman is feeling better after the exchange. Sir Gilman added +1 hope for the next rite. Wish him well. Good luck, sir. There for them. Oh, I got an achievement. Because you're getting old and your hands are killing you. You need a hand masseuse. Holy shit balls. What the fork? There is so much new story. I read all of these ones. Alright, chapter 2. Emperor's Fall. Observations and ruminations on surviving the downside. Interact to browse this part of the book. Spend Sol at the Sludge Market to reveal more pages. Visit the Celestial Landmarks to reveal more pages. Return to different regions to reveal more pages. Prevail over your adversaries to reveal more pages. Conduct liberation rites to reveal more pages. Oh, okay. Living in exile, in the words of Jomware Minimane, the Alpha Chief. Once I too roamed free. I remember well those days in which I was called Chief. I traveled all the world over on my 4 good paws, and was well adored. I wanted to grow stronger here, at last I have. I shall not mince my words. This place shall either harden you or kill you. It shall haunt you with old memories. You share the exile's plight. My charge is to alleviate the sting of it for you a little bit, and to prolong your stay, but only for as long as needed. Your charge is to return. We call this place the downside for a reason, but in time, here you can learn to eat, to seek out shelter, and to find a certain beauty in unlikely places. The Forsaken Lands. Bling! Ooh, I have several pages of that. How do I get more of these? Different regions. In the words of Molten Milithe, the Wild Witch. I'm just going to read this section and then we'll move on. Years upon long years we spent distilling life essence from many things, which all once writhed under the auspices of mortality, which we ourselves cut short. In this we have no regrets, for we learned much, and so we think did they. We earned the title Witch, and were forced to flee into the downside. Here we encountered Soliam and soon we gained an understanding of each other. He bade us circumnavigate these lands and catalog our findings. We felt a strong desire to expose the secrets of this land. He wished to yield benefit to those who followed in our wake. Indulge us both, then. Why does it go from 43 to 49 to 57? Flagging hands. In the words of Molten Milithe, the Wild Witch, beyond the valley lies the Flagging Hands, which could be called a swamp if an entire sea could merely be a lake. Okay. Soon after our arrival, several of us fell into a dark despair. Such were the environs. I found it rather fascinating, though. It held aspects reminiscent of the southern bogs we dwelt in as a tad? Like a tadpole? We grew accustomed to the dampness of the air, and grew to savor certain twigs and beetles. It can be said the Flagging Hands are an acquired taste, recommended only for those of our same bent, or perhaps the downside's native imps. The sea surrounded the environs on 3 sides, appearing insurmountable at first. Mount Alodiel, in the words of Molten Milithe, the Wild Witch. Gaining the summit of the sacred Mount Alodiel involved no small amount of sacrifice and sorcery in varying proportion. The mountain's energies were palpable, the sensation that we felt indescribable. The lands we stood upon were closer to the stars than to the world we knew. It was upon this highest point in all the downside that we first made efforts to concoct this tome, which you now read. It was there that we were stricken with a vision of the cycle of the rites, and felt together, for the first, a sense of freedom unlike any we experienced before. But that is a subject which our comrades shall illuminate in greater detail. Okie doke. Does this one skip pages 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17? No, it does not. I know, there's new pages. It's fine. I'll get back to them later. I'm gonna ring that bell. Last time somebody came and fussed at me. Search for valuables! You and Hedwyn spend much of the rest of the day searching through the poisoned lands of Cold Moat until you at last find something of value. So it would seem, at least, as neither you nor Hedwyn can tell exactly what it is, for the object lies beyond your grasp. You consider methods to retrieve it. Work with Hedwyn to retrieve the object found? Yeah, duh. Make time to retrieve the item. In doing so, you will give up time you could spend on vocations, such as studying or mentoring. You suspect that remaining time this day may be better spent pursuing your vocations. Oh, man. Choices? Decisions? They've been saying I was going to make decisions this whole game, and everything was like, which path will you take? A or A? And now, suddenly, decisions that I actually have to make and think about. Do I want the object, or do I want to do vocations? Vocations are pretty good. Global buffs to my team. I'm going to go for the object. He said there was an object here. I'm here for Hedwyn. He's the leader. Get the object. I hope it's good. After toiling away together for some time, at last you find the object that you sought within your grasp. You and Hedwyn take a moment to examine it. You found the Mind Stone. This can be sold at the slug market. It's worth 74 gold. Something you forged in the Flagging Hands region. That's it. Fine. At dawn, everyone seems to have recovered from the rigors of your maiden voyage across the skies. It is time to return to the pit of Milithe and confront the Dissidents once again. Hell yeah, it is. Page revealed the 8 scribes. What's up? What's this? Flagging fungus. I can't. There we go. Occasionally produces foul-tasting mushrooms that are strangely satisfying to pluck from it. A keepsake from Flagging Hands. He seems to have something on his mind. You find Hedwyn rather lost in thought about something. He looks over as you approach. Oh, hey, my friend. All right, so what's it going to be? He points in the direction of his cooking tin strewn over in the corner of the wagon. One of life's small comforts around here is we get to eat. Not a day goes by that I'm not grateful for it, but there's only so much to choose from, whether here in Flagging Hands or anywhere around, I guess. Anyway, I was just having trouble trying to decide what to cook. Just had fire caps again last night, and those never seem to sit that well with everyone anyway. There's no more glopgil, not that anyone but Tizo ever liked that stuff, and I feel like we've been having gutter crabs every day for months, so I'm not too excited about that. This is where you come in, and no consulting books or stars or anything, just you and me, here and now. What am I making? You decide, because I can't. I know there's a lot of serious stuff to think about these days, but so help me, no one's struggling to regain their freedom on an empty stomach. Know my meal preference: fillet of slurg, as an acquired taste, acquired mostly through a prolonged and desperate stay within the downside. Ask for the silt porridge. Oh God. A notorious dish that Hedwyn has perfected to the upper limits of its capacity to not be terrible. Ask for gutter crabs again. This inoffensive option has the added benefit of putting some lucky gutter crabs out of their misery. Ask for whatever he wants, and it is exceedingly difficult to choose from all the delectable meal options in the downside. I don't know, you pick. I don't know, where do you want to go? I want the silt porridge, because that sounds fucking terrible. You ask that Hedwyn prepare another batch of his silt porridge for the group. He eyes you warily as you request this, searching for you for any trace of irony. Alright, my friend. Never took you for the silt porridge type, but so be it. I guess even after all this time, we still have much to learn about each other. Now, lend me a hand here with this stuff, would you? As you assist Hedwyn with preparing the silt porridge, the two of you get to talking about the past. The reality of cooking in the downside has a way of making him nostalgic. I am having fun doing my silly, horrible voices, but I do look forward to the days when I get to Hades and I don't have to do any of that. It just does it for me. Life on the blood border, northern edge of the Commonwealth, is a flat and vulnerable expanse. The high-winged remnants seized upon it at every opportunity from the cover of clouds or darkness. Wasn't that much easier than trying to get by down here. The high-winged remnants could swoop in at any time. They were so good at picking the worst possible occasions for us. The time they showed up and I was nowhere to be found, I must have told you about that. On the contrary, he has seldom revealed much about his past to you. Well, either way, I don't think I ever told you much about Fikani, someone for whom Hedwyn cares deeply. They were separated in the Commonwealth. I was riding to relay an order when she caught me out in the open. She could have had me, but we just stood there, you know? I've never seen anything like her. And her voice, she says to me, "You ought to be more careful with your life." And I just say, I'm not the type to say such things, but it's all I could think of looking at her then, so I just tell her, it was worth the risk. Anyway, she spared my life, of course, and when we saw riders heading towards us, I just looked at her. She took hold of me, and we just took off. Ah, so she's a wing person. What are they called again? Harps. She's a harp. I didn't want to leave her, and I didn't for a while. He trails off for a while. Soon after I came back, I went off in search of her again. This time, though, the risk I took, a lot of people paid for it. The harps attacked. When no one was there to raise the alarm. A few days later, Hedwyn the deserter was sentenced to exile. And now he's about to cook some silt porridge. Thanks for your help, my friend. I can take it from here. See you shortly. He heads out into the afternoon. You sense he feels more at ease after having spoken with you. Hedwyn gained +2 hope for the next rite. Give thanks for the silt porridge. Alright, so Hedwyn is nearby. Pamitha is meditating. Sir Gilman is reviewing strategies. Jody is warming up for the rite. And May is praying for guidance. Slug Mayor chant. Slug Market.
Hey guys, so I noticed that your little imp pal, he ain't with you anymore. Is he okay? I heard the wildest thing, that he somehow got out of here, back to the other side. And I'm like, why would an imp want that?
New stuff. Twilight Shard. When flinging the orb into the adversary's pyre, the bearer deals bonus damage +2. But I'm not an orb flinger. I am a Mind Stone seller. Here, have this. Don't want any of this. This one could be crazy if I like make it stronger with these dust things. Nah, I'm gonna hold off for now because I can't really afford much of anything. Like, I don't care about this or this or this. I wish I could reorder these. Like, can I put this down here? That one's okay, but not really. I like this one. This one's fine, but kind of whatever. Fleeing the bear deals +2 damage. Yeah. So that's plunging and flinging. So those are kind of the same thing. And then this is plus. So these are the ones I'm interested in. I don't know if they're gonna stay like this at all. This is the thing I just sold. This is the thing I may want at some point. This is +3, +2, +2, +1, +1, and +2. Okay. I'm out of here.
Pleasure doing business with you guys. So,
bye. Alright, here we go. As the sky grows dark over the pit of Milithe, a hush falls over your companions, especially Rukey. You sense something is troubling him. Something to do with your next adversaries.
oh, hey chum, just want to let you know I'm pumped and ready to take on the Dissidents this time. Sure am, alright. That Barker, he's not so scary once you know him, get to know him like I do, you know? So don't you worry, because I sure won't be going easy on him after last time.
As Rukey marches off toward the clearing, you notice his grin fade away. In the distance, you hear the Dissidents begin to hoot and howl. They have the best music.
Reader, ever persevering, aren't we?
Eva!
Well then, rejoice, because the cycle of the rites begins anew. Perhaps you'll liberate another soon enough.
Perhaps.
Your chosen adversaries here shall be the Dissidents. Reduce their flame to ash, just as you did when last you met. Now, who exactly shall oppose them?
Oi, mates, look at what we have here. Greentail, is that you?
Yeah, Barker, it's me, alright.
Well, I'll be. So tell me something then, Greentail. You gonna go against me this time, or keep on being a stinking coward like before, eh?
What do I do? Wait, he says he wants to fight. If you can beat him, maybe he'll leave us alone. He'll leave the Greentails alone.
Rukey's family, his mother Reba and uncles Yalson, Ruther, Robbie, Putter, and Otto.
I can make it worth his while.
Barker? What is it, mate? The rite's about to start.
Well, I was just thinking, I know I owe you and everything, but I've got a deal for you. You like a good deal, don't you?
Ha! I like a good laugh, more like it. But I'll bite, Greentail. What's your fancy here?
I was thinking, if I can beat you here, we're squared away. You let me off the hook.
Huh! I see, I see. But tell me something, mate. Now why in the stinking world would I want to do a thing like that? What's in it for me when I beat you instead?
Then I'll pay you double what I owe. I promise, but you have to promise too. Kerr's oath.
Boy, really now? Double or nothing then it is, eh? You drive a hard bargain there, mate, but alright, it's a deal. You beat me and my pack right here, right now, and you're debt-free as far as I'm concerned. Of course, if you don't, I'll be fleecing you for all you're worth. You, your stupid uncles, and that dear old mum of yours. See you shortly, then.
Whew! Rukey then turns to you. Hey, so this one means a lot to me, you understand there, chum? Let me go against these guys, and I'll make sure we show them up, okay? Okie doke, Rukey. Shum shum shum.
By the by there, mates, my pack and I, we've got a few new tricks we're dying to show you real soon.
You sense Barker speaks the truth. The Dissidents are more capable than before. Each time you face a triumvirate, they gain talismans and masteries. Do not underestimate them.
Who shall stand together here this night?
They got the plus 12 presence. Okay, plus 12. Whew, that's a lot. Goodness gravy. Can jump a second time and has or 50% farther than usual. Okay. After plunging into the adversary's pyre, the bearer has a chance to avoid banishment 85%. Dang. Carson can jump a second time, 50% farther aura. And after plunging into the adversary's pyre, the player blah blah blah, same thing. Okay. Interesting. Oh, you have more members? Interesting. I did not know that. Okay, back to my squad. Obviously, we have to bring Rukey because he really wants to do it. Who else do I want? Who has big boost DXP? I always bring her because she's my very favorite, but she does not have boost DXP because she's always in the squad. All right, who has the next best presence? 11. It's not great, but it's something. Rukey. And what does Rukey do again? Additional 5 damage, and when he banishes adversaries by casting his aura, they blast can banish nearby. Yeah. He has the shotgun. Yow! And look, who are we kidding? I can't have all like. I mean, I could have all little small ones. So Gilman and all his allies are banished, he shall return instantly. Yeah, okay.
Sir Gilman. Ow.
Noble Rukey. I'm sorry. Noble Rukey, know that your battle here is this night's battle too. Onward!
Alright then, Greentail, bring it on, or it's your dear old mum who's gonna pay.
They have giant auras. It's insane.
Now begin.
Oh.
First to strike the adversary.
He's so fast. Oh, shit.
See
Okay.
it coming. 'Tis what the scribes ordain.
What's the matter, Greentail? Methinks you seem a little nervous on your paws out there.
Just shut up already, Barker. Let's get on with it.
What's that you say, huh? You think you can talk back to me like that, Greentail?
You heard me, Barker. Stay out of my damn way.
Or what, mate?
Or I'll just sink these little nervous teeth into your neck, old chum.
Woo!
That foolish Barker was a menace to the Commonwealth and is a blight upon the Rites. Splendid.
He's so fast. Oh, shoot.
I wonder shall the Nightwings press their luck.
Ah, okay, I got one back. Whoop! See Daisy. No. Zoom! Jump!
The orb engulfed in fire.
Engulfed in flames. Oh.
Well, that was exciting.
Ah.
Tis
Whoops.
taken.
Goodbye.
The Worm Knight somehow did it.
Cause he's fast as fuck, boy.
So it is.
One more in, and it's all over. But the
Rite is
crying.
nearly ended.
Woo! Oh man, I thought he could do it on his own. Huh? Shit. No! Valiant return! Goodbye.
And it is done. It was as though the scribes themselves stood by their side.
We're too fast, baby. Good job, Rukey. You freed of your debts.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Woohoo! We did it. We got him. Eh?
Greentail, you got us fair and square, mate. As fair and square as this stuff gets, right?
So, my family, you'll leave us alone? You said you'd leave them alone.
Ease off there, Greentail. A deal's a deal. Now then, me and my pack had better step it up for when we see you and your mates again. I'll be looking forward.
Rukey watches him depart, then turns to you as his expression softens.
Don't know what to tell you, chum, other than I really owe you one.
Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes.
Inspiration?
The moon-touched girl has greater understanding than it seems.
The eight scribes, they so inspire me, and now I feel that I've grown somehow closer to them. Maybe?
Choose a mastery for May. When saluting her adversaries, May automatically leaps toward the orb if no one has it. Whenever an upper... If May flings the orb faster and farther than usual. Yeah, I don't really care about either one of these. I want this one. I guess she could be a flinger. She could be my first person to actually want to take shots on goal.
Until the next rite.
Until next time. Check back inside the black wagon from time to time. Bro, I check every time. I'm obsessively up in my black wagon. You return to the wagon after you and your fellow exiles secured victory over the dissidents and find Volfred waiting for you there.
Well done back there, my kin. You are serving your companions well. Now then, I've something that I wish to share with you, if you've a moment. We have discussed the plan, of which we are all a part,
27% now.
I have a means of measuring our progress toward the goal of it. I'd like for you to have a look at it. First, let's determine where the rites may take us next. Look forth. I expect you shall again see several shining stars, where once you saw but one.
You gaze into the darkness of night.
The scribe's stars beckon. Pling, plung, plang. Okay, so several shining stars, a trick of the eye or the will of the scribes. Who can say? I too once gained this newfound vision many years ago, following my first liberation rite, and I believe only we of the Nightwings have this gift. I realized that in choosing whom the Nightwings confront in each rite, we in turn influence which triumvirate we face when the time comes for someone to be set free. The object I invite you to use contains further detail.
Henceforth, you may use Volfred's planner to see your current progress. An object that shows the relative standings between the 9 triumvirates in the rites. Whichever triumvirate curries the most favor shall confront the Nightwings for a chance at freedom. Look upon it now. So you beat the game by doing the task that you've been assigned to do this whole time, and then it actually unlocks the real game. Using Volfred's planner, you may assess your progress towards your ultimate goal, as well as check the current standings of your adversaries. Volfred shall keep the information up to date for the remainder of your quest. You may look over it now or any time in the Black Wagon or while searching the stars. Rites till next liberation. Who knows? The cycle of rites turns faster. The next liberation rite should be sooner than before, which was 7. Liberation rites conducted. 1. Additional rites. Exiles required. Number of additional exiles required to join the Nightwings and fulfill a key aspect of the plan. 1. Total rites conducted 9. Exiles liberated 1. Probability of success 27%. Soliam, the 5th of 9th moon, 837 AS. As long last, the plan is well underway. The cycle of the rites turns quickly for the time. We soon should have another stab upon the fall of Soliam. Nightwings, our favor is infinite. Favor. Measure of the triumvirate's worth in the eyes of the 8 scribes. The triumvirate with the highest favor is poised to take on the Nightwings in the next liberation rite. Favor is earned by prevailing in the rites. After a liberation rite, a triumvirate's favor resets to 0. The Nightwings, created in the eyes of all 8 scribes, shall challenge all the others striving for their freedom. So we're the end boss. The triumvirate. The 9 triumvirates that conduct the rites in accordance with the will of the scribes. The 8 eternally strive for favor, for an opportunity to stand against the 1 for a chance at freedom. Record. The number of times each triumvirate has prevailed and been defeated in the rites. The records date back many centuries. This measure counts from when the current Nightwings formed. 7 and 2. Wow. 1 and 8. Yikes. 3 and 5. 5 and 4. 2 and 5. 3 and 4. 2 and 4. 4 and 4. 9 and 0. Ours is the triumvirate against which all others are judged. Volfred Sandalwood. He is a long-standing exile of the Nightwings who seeks more than his own freedom. Pamitha Thane. She is a vengeful tactician of the High Wing remnants who plot the Commonwealth's ruin. Prisoners of war whose hatred for the Commonwealth runs deep. The essence. Fate. They cling to the belief that the scribes are watching over them. He is an honorable old cur bent on upholding the sacred traditions of the rites with his son. Chastity. Manly Tinderstouth. He is a sycophant who seems certain he will land a position of high standing once he is free. Corrupted opportunists who mean to use the rites for selfish gain. Withdrawn. 33. She is an ancient witch with an unhealthy obsession for Schlach, the astral-born monstrosity. Defilers of the rites who forsake the scribes for a profane monster. The Dissidents. He is a troublemaking cur who thrills in the defeat of triumvirates who stand against him. Chaotic firebrands, unconcerned about what it is at stake in all of this. Accusers. Lindell the Liar. He is the cold-mannered head of the Accusers and bears an old grudge against the Nightwings. The righteous traditions have given way to ruthlessness and spite.
Pyre Hearts. He is a petty worm knight of the Sea Dominion who somehow survived countless battles. Once known for their spirit and bravery, now a craven laughingstock. And the Tempers. He is a notorious demon leader of one of the most feared triumvirates in the Rites. Prideful at having prevailed more than all triumvirates combined. Interesting. Alright, so I can go to Haub for the Pyre Hearts, which suck. Give them a good old thrashing. I can go try and knock the Withdrawn out of contention once again, or I can go after the Fate. Well, I don't like the Withdrawn, so I'm going to give them a beating. The Azure star burns bright over the Hulk of Oris. Milithe is already on her way. And as with everyone, we are 1-0 against them. I was not in any hurry to cross path with Milithe again. Turns out she's even worse than I thought, depending on how superstitious you are. He then reveals what he has learned of her and her designs. Witch Udmilde, one of the bog dwellers and head of the Withdrawn, a triumvirate more interested in legends of the Yishlach the Astralborn than in the Rites. Her kind was known to be reclusive in the Commonwealth, yet she was brazen in her disdain for common values. She practiced the unspeakable. Somehow, one day, her research into flammable reagents grew into an obsession with the Yishlach, despite widely held belief that he is dead or never did exist. But Udmilde held that Yishlach is merely dormant and shall someday be reborn with newfound hunger, which could only be sated by devouring the world. Then, at last, could Yishlach return to his glorious home, and Udmilde would go with him. When Commonwealth officials showed up to take Udmilde in for spreading unrest, she was all too eager to comply. After all, a sentence to the downside meant being that much closer to Yishlach's resting place, where she believed she had much work to do, where the Withdrawn stood ready to assist. I don't know if we can stop whatever she's up to, but prevailing against her in the Rite should slow her down at least. Anyway, good luck getting to sleep. See you in the morning. You bid Hedwyn a restful night in kind. It is too late to take flight, so you expect to press onward come daylight. A Rukey. Why is there sparkling over here? What's this? Oh, the Volfred's planner. Why are you sparkling? Hedwyn knows. What's up, Rukey? As you approach Rukey, you sense none of his usual anxious energy. I am free. Then he rushes up to you, a return to form. I mean, I know I'm not. I'm stuck down here with all the rest of you. It's like I finally get to set aside the giant bag of rocks I've been carrying around. Know what I mean? Want to say thanks, chum, for giving me a hand with the little situation between myself and Barker. I don't think I would have had it in me to stand up to him unless I knew you and the others had my back. Now, at least old Mama Greentail won't get any trouble from him on the other side. Still, she's still waiting for her Rukey boy to come on home, but at least she won't be getting hassled by a bunch of nasty curs just 'cause I struck a lousy deal. So yeah, chum, you ever need something, I owe you one, and then some. Cur's oath. He prances out of the wagon, a newfound lightness in his step. Rukey gained +2 hope permanently. Amazing. Debating with Volfred. Trimming her horns. Fixing his helm. Having a look around outside. Talking to the scribes. Liberated. Keeping a lookout. Okie doke. Being here in flagging hands continues to sap most everyone's spirits. Your companions lost -1 hope for the next rite. Son of a bitch. Whoosh. The Hulk of Oris. It has drifted here upon the sea for longer than one might expect. Perhaps you have already read of the doomed ship's demise in the embrace of unfathomed clearness. The sea titan, once slain by the scribe under King Oris, her brood lies dormant in the sea. Some say it was the sea itself which preserves the ship's remains, hidden properties within the water, sea creatures binding together ruined planks of wood. Those such as yourselves and the Withdrawn know another truth, I gather. The stars would not align over the wreckage if it did not have greater significance than first appears. May you have good fortune there during the coming rites. So, Ragged Rock. Hedwyn spots a convenient landing here where you should be able to pursue your vocations. We like that. Fathomless Trench. May thinks this shall be the quickest route, leaving you time for your vocations. Under King Pass. May believes that the 8 scribes shall bless you here. Meh. Vocation me. Oh, wait. I'm going to go take a quick bathroom break before we knock out our last hour or so of the stream. So I suggest everyone else also get the stretch on. Refill your jugs if you need to. And I'll leave you with the good music and be right back, where we will do some vocations. Then we'll do some more chattering, as we do all the time in this game. Lots of chatter. And then we'll go play some NBA Jam. Okay, I'm back. You touched down at the Sea of Solace, where you first encountered Sir Gilman and the Pyre Hearts. Why are they blinking? You soon shall carry on by sea, though for now, you have some time to spare. Explore. The Beyonder Crystal seeks May. Ooh. Yank. Bing. Greetings to you, lovely reader. I am at your disposal. You have invoked Sandra from the Beyonder Crystal. Request of her a Scribe Trial. You need not ask me twice. Simply verify which one of yours shall be the subject of my scrutiny. Well, obviously May. She's the only one eligible. Approved. Summon. Ineligible. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for May. I must admit, I do sense something from that one. I once had a wild heart myself, quite like her own. We shall see if there's more to her than that. Let us bring her forth. Soon, May arrives in heed of the summons. The scribes! I think that if I listen carefully, that I can hear them calling out to me. So-called savages, such as May, are similar to nomads, such as Hedwyn in the Rites, but move in quick, sudden bursts. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, girl. The place where you reside at present has but a single rule, which is, you answer to me here. Wow, okay, I will. Such naive enthusiasm. Now, be silent. It is plain to me that you have much to learn as yet about the rites, but you have learned something, and I would see you prove it, without the benefit of anyone, save for your reader. Okay. Are you out there to help me with this, reader? Yes, ma'am. Oh. Ah. Too easy.
Ah! Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, no, no. Fudge. He was quick, he got me that time. Hup. Oh, I jumped. I for sure jumped. Get wrecked. Stop dodging, you little shit. Yep. Yeet. May made it look easy. Okay, how did I do? How did I do? I must admit that you did better than I had expected, girl. You have passed this trial of yours. Some congratulations are in order to you and also to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. We did the third. Did I imagine all that, reader? Because I hope I didn't. Wow, what is it you have there? You receive Kaelmer's Anklet for completing May's trial. Rank 20 legendary talisman. After May casts her aura, it can bounce off of objects and solid surfaces. The Royal Trader's Hollow Band ensured the Sisters of the Arch were to carry out their mission. Okay. Interesting. So we have new info up here in section 1. No, we're in section 1. The 8 scribes, in the words of Golathanian, the Master General. We found each of the others in due time, by fate, not by coincidence. The wise Lusclorian stood among the trees, gazing at the stars, expecting us. The wild witch Milithe was so enthralled by my liege's utter transformation, she stayed for her sorceries. Blessed-born Triesta swooped down upon us, but to warn of imminent attack. The many-maned Jomuer thus intervened, and shared with us his humor and his hunt. Even the Underking Ordis himself sought out an audience with us. Thus we became the 8 and journeyed on together. So it's you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the dude 7, and I guess the imp is the 8th one. So we have a new chapter for 3. Yes, the Sea of Solace. In the words of Molten Milithe, the Wild Witch, beyond a shallow, sickly gulf, our voyage grew increasingly forbidding and much harder to explain. How could a sea exist here, at the bottom of the world? We could not deduce whence sprang the carcasses of ancient sailing ships we found throughout the Sea of Solace, though the warnings that they signified we duly noted. It was here we first met Oris, called the Underking, who brazenly assaulted our small skiff, for we had trespassed in his waters. But then the Underking relented, for he witnessed Soliam Mur in all his doom and glory. Soon he would side with us. Then, with the Underking, we sailed forth into the tempest beyond reasoning or measure. Celestial landmarks pertaining to locales discovered to have cosmic significance. In the words of Lusclorian 100 Minds, the scholar, do you feel a kinship with the stars? You owe your everything to them, perhaps one day even your freedom. I chased the stars across the river of my genealogy until they led me here. I demanded they explain to me the paradox of knowledge, for how is it that something can be shared, but still contained within ourselves in its entirety? The stars did not respond, but set me on a quest. I sought the 9 landmarks, which they
revealed to me, so that someday I would reveal their mysteries to you. These landmarks, emissaries of the stars, are 9 lenses through which we see the land and see ourselves in a new light. The Pit of Milithe, in the words of the Luclorian Hunter Minds the Scholar. If there is one celestial landmark in which I would never again wish to tread, unless, of course, the stars beseeched me to, it has to be the pit. 'Twas dark in there beyond all reckoning. If not for Milithe's sorcerous lantern, all of us, we all would have been lost. What lies within the pit is not to be invoked. Although I have no doubt our goodly Underking shall be unable to prevent himself from boasting of how Milithe sealed it there for an entire age. The thing yet lies there on the edge of death. Through its connection to the stars, it gives the pit significance. Walk there with courage and a steady mind. The Book of Rites. Much can be said about the Sisters of the Arch, whom we banished to the great beyond for deeds irredeemable. Suffice it that the details of their banishment are written in this book. The sisters in the book became inseparable, not unlike the stars, their light and the infinite darkness that engulfs them. The stars communicate to us, and you, in turn. The words within this book are but an edifice, a simple surface. Look past the text to the hidden meaning, to the hidden power. The stars above, as they are not mere lights, those are not mere words. These are not mere words. If you chance upon the Sisters of the Arch within their prison here, give them our thanks. Okay. And with that, you and May make a quick search of the boundless waters of Fathomless Trench. However, you find nothing of note. How about we go in circles? We could go in circles. You soon return to the Black Wagon where the others are preoccupied with their own pursuits. You should have time enough to pursue your vocations. Study in private. Despite your growing knowledge of the Book of Rites, you yet struggle to grasp certain aspects of its teachings. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. Okay, as I thought. +1 presents. The texture of the pages of the book, the foreign bindings, despite the volume's age, shows so little sign of wear. At times, the power emanating from it almost overwhelms you. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. You gain the reader's influence, tenacity, +2 presents, so their auras are slightly bigger. Continue my journey to the Hulk of Oris. We're gonna go battle Udmilde again. A messenger imp with news and rumors from the other side manages to track down your wagon in the boundless waters of Sea of Solace. A messenger imp? The imp's latest information is about none other than Tizo, who you liberated at the fall of Soliam. Everybody says he is the first creature of his kind to come to the Commonwealth. While this unique status brought Tizo no shortage of prestige, he nonetheless experienced difficulty acclimating to the new environment. It seems that he grew quite despondent. Then at last he managed to track down Volfred's agents, with whom he is working to find a means to bring more exiles home. Thus has the revolution grown stronger. He also left for you a special verbal message via his most trusted messenger, who rears up and intones, "Scree-hee-hee!" I clicked on it to read it like an idiot. You thank the messenger imp for the report and ask that it relay your kind regards. Your companions soon begin to talk in turn. Oft it is said that good things come in smallish packages, and Tizo stood as living proof, and living he remains, apparently. I'm so happy for him. I wish I could have had a friend like him when I was there. Truly, once more it seems I underestimated him and his resilience. I guess that makes him an expatriate of sorts, ditching his downside home in favor of the Commonwealth. Who would have thought? Why, that lucky little... Okay, sure, I'm a little jealous of him, so... Good on him. If anyone or anything can change the Commonwealth, it may well be Tizo. I shall look forward to our next reunion, Tizo. Perhaps when we are back among the stars. The news of Tizo's adventures in the Commonwealth fills you and your fellow exiles with determination. I mean, newfound resolve. Your companions gain +1 hope for the next raid. Wish Tizo luck. Oh, got some new pages. Ah, slug market.
Oh, it's you guys. Good, because I was just thinking I could use a customer like real bad today, or just in general, you know?
Burning Promise. After dousing the adversary's pyre, the bearer earns a reward up to 3 times, +5 gold. +4. Wow. That's pretty good. Our promissory note, once owed to a bog dweller, enchanted to withstand tampering, yet tampered with. Nice. So that's... I don't know. You have to douse it with the person 3 times, or you have to have my person kill, or whatever, banish 11 people. Only worth 13. That's okay. Sell this. Yes. I'm gonna buy this. Gonna buy... What was I saving up for? Yeah, I kind of want to get the go fast and then all of the boosts for it. This costs...
Tell all your friends about us, because I already told mine.
Sure thing, boss. Ah, can't upgrade that. Fine, fine. Fair enough. Or that. I guess because it's level 20, maybe? Soulless Shell. The sparkly thing in its center is, in fact, its heart, which it airs out from time to time. A keepsake from the Sea of Soulless. Only a monster would attempt to remove the heart, or would have the strength. Commence the rite! Though the now familiar surroundings of the Hulk of Horus made preparations faster than before, the stars are already aflame by the time you and the others are gathered. Here we go. You ready, May?
Blessed be the 8 scribes who created this celestial contest, through which exiles such as ourselves may demonstrate our capacity for faithfulness and strength.
You wish them all good fortune in turn. Little else is said, and together you watch the celestial harmony in calm and silence, and await the Withdrawn.
Listen well, you exiles of the Night Wings. You are returned once more unto the Hulk of Horus. The triumvirate you stand against shall be the Withdrawn. Snuff out their pyre's flame and show your worth. Now prepare yourselves.
Previous time, ye defeated us. Defeated. This time, all for your schlock. no matter the result, and no matter the cost.
We can take them. Who's up for this one?
Now let us get started. Pamitha.
Oh yeah, I wanted to check them out. Let's see what you got going on, Udmilde. While Udmilde's Pyre has less damage than the adversaries, she deals an additional 5 Pyre damage. Udmilde's Aura Blast arcs at a wide angle, banishing adversaries in a larger area. At the start of the Rite, the adversary's Pyre automatically suffers damage 20. Ow! When slinging the orb into the adversary's Pyre, plus 4 damage. Implode returns much faster. While fluttering or zipping, P-Ab moves much faster than usual. Oh no. P-Ab's Implode ability can banish adversaries in a much wider area. Thanks. And you got the same. Dang, they are way high level. What the heck? She's ancient witch with an unhealthy obsession for Yashlach. She's an imp who serves Udmilde and the Withdrawn. He is an imp who serves Udmilde and the Withdrawn. Most bog crones kept to themselves, but Udmilde was always brazen in her disregard for Commonwealth doctrine and values. Though through her studies of flammable reagents, oh yeah, I already read that. Unwilling. Oh, she doesn't want to be with Pamitha. Interesting.
Hedwyn. Shoot someone. Sir Gilman. Very well.
For the glory of the Nightwings!
Hear us, Yashlach. Bring us thy terrible power.
Commence. Glory to the Nightwings, first of all.
Can't stop him. Oh. Aw, man.
Wow. No sign of the Withdrawn for now.
No! Fuck. I walked into that. No!
Thrust straight into your flames. Both banished.
Oh no. Oh, baby.
Second wind.
Ooh, no thanks. Ah!
Too slow there, Pamitha. Unfortunately.
That did not work the way I wanted to.
Ye stand against us once again. Begone, irrelevant to us or to our purpose.
No, you don't.
Oh, what the heck?
Alas.
Oh, we're in trouble. What? No!
A decisive blow.
Fuck. She just went right through me. That was bullshit, basically.
That was the last of them. Brilliantly done.
I don't know what to do.
How very fortunate.
Oh. Shit. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Hey, go fast! No! That was rough. That was rough. Yikes. Gotta go fast.
Splendid.
Can't stop the small boy.
Didn't see it coming.
Oh no, you don't.
Fear not the purified blade.
Okay, anybody get in there and it's over.
Someone prevail already.
No! No!
And it is done.
Back!
The Withdrawn prevail. Or you could say they managed to avoid defeat.
Dang, that was some good passing
Perhaps
on
your
their part.
fortune shall be better next time.
No, my first loss. You and the Nightwings may have experienced your first defeat, but this is not the end. Rather, this is an opportunity for you and your fellow exiles to press onward. Pamitha, for example, learned a valuable lesson this night. A rush of enlightenment gained from surviving a tough situation, avoided only this one time. Through failure do we learn to lead the most valued of lessons provided. Learn the most valued of lessons provided we survived. The Book of Rites. So too has Hedwyn, not in spite of his setback with the Withdrawn, but because of it. And Sir Gilman is no exception. He has gained more insight here as well. Your fellow exiles all shall gain enlightenment and learn and grow from what transpired. And your story shall continue. The choice of whether to accept such outcomes now and all throughout your quest is to be yours alone. My first defeat, no, this is devastating. Yishlak grows stronger, stronger. Now to darkness we return. Well, that could have gone better. Win or lose, we press on.
There is much to learn from this experience.
No matter what anyone says, I refuse to think that there's some sort of limit to one's understanding of all this. Choose the mastery. Hedwyn and his allies cause banished adversaries to remain banished for 2 seconds longer than usual. That would have been nice.
Honor is elusive, O Sir Gilman, yet enlightenment is eternal.
So grateful is this knight for such a glorious occasion that he is giving strong consideration to performing here and now the forbidden dance of the Sea Dominion. When Sir Gilman's allies are banished, he moves faster than usual and temporarily has infinite stamina. Once per round, when saluting his adversary, Sir Gilman freezes all exiles for 3 seconds. All exiles, including your allies. I don't ever salute. I forget it even exists, honestly. I need to practice with him more. I'm not really good at his like attack. So I was like panicking, trying to hit people with it, when I should just know how to use it. This is good. This is also good. Like at 3 seconds, he can get across the field, no problem. We'll try that. And you...
The exiled Pamitha perhaps can learn the errors of her kind.
Well, Tamitha, soon I'll be catching up with you at this, whether you like it or not. Wings of the Matriarch. Rites, masteries, enhancing a harp's swiftness and mobility. When Triesta Tithys led her people to the mountains, they began to train themselves in new ways to survive. While flying, Pamitha moves faster than usual. There were none who could outpace the matriarch Triesta Tithys as she soared across the skies. Pamitha can use her dash ability in rapid succession and for less stamina, and honed swiftness of wing was necessary to survive upon the mountains where Triesta made her home. Sleight of wing. After saluting her adversaries, Pamitha instantly switches places with her nearest ally. The High Wing remnants bonded together, sisters one and all, and in their solidarity survived the age. Greater celerity. Pamitha permanent gains +8 quickness, making her move much faster. Then I shall find this fallen emperor, for if I should recover him, then we may yet have peace. Or, Ways of the High Wing. Rites masteries enhancing a harp's aggressive capabilities. The High Wing were nearly destroyed after St. Triesta left them, though those who remained grew strong. For 5 seconds after banishing an adversary, Pamitha moves 30% faster than usual. Often did the matriarch assuage her sister's rising anger and compel them not to war upon the wingless. Relentless pursuit. If Pamitha is banished while winged furies effect is active, she returns twice as quickly as usual. Many of her sisters pursued Triesta to the downside, but eventually they all concluded that the saint was gone. Fell Swoop. While casting her aura, Pamitha can trigger an aura burst that banishes nearby adversaries. Press B again just after casting to aura burst. Triesta Tithys helped to purge the downside of a number of the greater titans, which ravaged across the land. Natural superiority. Pamitha permanently gains +4 to quickness, presence, and hope, making her better all around. Pamitha cannot gain this many. Our wings indicate our station in this world, and yet we owe the world our very being. So that one, I kind of like the just flat giant speed boost better, but this one's also very good, obviously, and I really like this. So yeah.
The holy power of the eldest matriarch. Until the stars align.
I can't believe I lost. That's so sad. Back at the Black Wagon, the Night Wings are unwinding after they failed to prevail over the Withdrawn, despite almost putting out their pyre. Yeah, we were so close. The deadest hour of the night is approaching, so you excuse yourself to read the stars outside and plot a course for your next confrontation. The stars yet shine for you, revealing various paths forward. Haub, Gol, or Triesta. These are very close to each other. The Accusers, the Pyre Hearts, or the Chastity. Nine and 1. No! No! I was trying to knock them down the ranks a bit, but instead I helped them move up. Alright, Chastity it is. Your next adversaries are to be the Chastity, headed by H. Manly Tinderstuff. They would prevail in the Rites, not for their freedom, but for fame and fortune in your commonwealth. You and the lone minstrel then go over what he knows of your next adversary. H. Manly Tinderstuff, the offspring of a semi-famous sap industrialist. He was born into wealth and lived in the lap of luxury, never having to fend for himself. When he came of age, he soon was offered cushy ambassador positions that required little more than a silver tongue to convince the Commonwealth that he was keeping busy. He soon grew so proficient at doing nothing much at all that he started spending all his family's riches to assert his fame and status. One day he attempted to pay off the wrong individual, a particularly stern Commonwealth diplomat, who promptly turned him in and had him sent downriver. Manly was very disappointed by all this, but soon saw it as an opportunity. for he knew well that in the inner circles there were those who had gone into exile and returned. Thanks to his connections, he tracked down the Chastity deep in Wakingwood. He finagled his way onto the Triumvirate using his well-worn skills. He in turn convinced himself that he would earn a position of great influence once he secured a way back to his home. He continues making hollow promises. A shame that this Manly and the Chastity are nothing like the scribe Loose Glorian, and do not share his values. Now it is time we rested, reader, given all today's travails. You bid the lone minstrel a good night and take your leave. It is too late now to prepare for flight, so you arrange to depart first thing in the morning. Don't judge me. You can tell something is troubling Hedwyn from the moment you approach. You are not the only one either. Looks like a case of a broken heart to me there, reader darling. Trust me on that one. I do. Hedwyn overhears. It's nothing. I think all the travel's catching up with me is all. You don't make much of a liar, Hedwyn darling. Now then, let's have her name. Or his. That obvious, is it? That obvious. Now, go on. Hedwyn hesitates a while, then. Her name was Fikani. Fikani? Why, that's a harp name. Yes, she's from the mountains, same as you. You don't mean Fikani Shang, do you? A harp with whom Pamitha had a brief acquaintance. We feared her lost in the gorge. What? You know her? Come on, Hedwyn. How many of us harps do you think there are? Your commonwealth has been rather successful scouring my people from our world. But yes, Fikani Shang and I spent some time together in the past. Flown a few sorties now and then. We were in different units, though. She was reconnaissance, if I recall. She said as much to me. But what happened to her? When you were sentenced, it was about a year after me, wasn't it? So, maybe... She was alive and well when last I saw her. Got back from the gorge with a few scrapes and some good information. Granted, that was several years ago. Who knows what could have happened since. Though I must say, she never mentioned you. I'm impressed she managed to keep secret your relationship. She could have gotten herself into some real trouble. You keep her secret too, please. Oh, don't worry about me. Down here I am in no position to portray any more of my people. And besides, I liked Fikani, and you're not bad either. Why, this is rather sweet. Hedwyn just stares at her. I'm sorry, Hedwyn. I wasn't trying to make light. I wish that I could tell you more about her, though I think you must know her better than I do. Yeah, look, I'm sorry too. I didn't mean to get on your case about it. It's just, I don't like to talk about it much. It's a lot to have to explain. I understand completely. So then, now that the awkward introductions are out of the way, you want to be my next bird girlfriend? Could you tell me any more about what she was like? Well, let's see. They continue talking for some time about Fikani and about how such a relationship would have been seen both in the High Wing remnants and the Commonwealth. For Hedwyn, just knowing that Fikani still lives, or at least that she was still alive after his exile, lifts his spirits. Anyhow, if you ever get out of here, or I get out of here, we'll have to seek her out. If I go first, I'll let her know you're in one piece, and thinking of her still. Thanks, Pamitha. That means a lot. Don't mention it. As the conversation winds down, they bid you and each other a good evening, and go about their separate ways. This music gives me Slammo.
Hey, what's the big idea, huh? Oh, it's you Nightwings come to rub it in, I guess. We Tempers, we've been trading flames with you. Who knows how long? So what? You got us once or twice lately? Matter of time before we go and get you back. So you might want to keep that in mind next time you go messing with these horns, hear me? Now get out of my sky.
Get wrecked, nerd. I actually didn't mean to do that. I was trying to go around him, but it just kept slamming into him. Ah, we have found our spot. The unmistakable remains of Zilvius horse-headed, which protrude from the ash and fire there below. Some have taken it to be a work of sculpture, reader. The tale of a titan felled by Saint Triesta Tithys. That is more unbelievable than the thought that some daring exiles over many years carved the titan's visage out of stone. Be that as it may, the climate and the cliffs are home now to exiled harps, such as the Essence, whom you faced here when you first arrived. Even they do not know all of the locale's sacred significance. The Black Shore, the low road to the nest of Triesta passes through razor-sharp sands. May suspect you may find something of value along this route. Sir Gilman suggests this may be the faster route, leaving you with time for your vocations. Your wagon touches down in Black Basin, where you first met Volfred and Pamitha as well. You briefly wonder at what might have happened had your paths not crossed as you consider what to do with the remains of the afternoon. Pass the time. A foreboding feeling stuck with you since your arrival in the molten crags of the High Wing Cove. Some of it spreads to others in the group. This night's skin crawls with much anxiety. I don't like letting the downside get to me like this. You decide to focus on pursuing your vocations until the Black Wagon is ready to move on. Oh, he's fiery today. Sir Gilman is fuming in anger over something, so much so that you are hesitant to approach him, but you approach him anyway. Exile is too light a sentence for this night! He notices you then and seizes up. He begins acting rather nonchalant, as though his outburst did not just transpire. Oh, greetings to you, noble rabble master. Master reader, not rebel master. Ignore the slip of the tongue there. What brings you to this night this afternoon? Sir Gilman is attempting to make small talk. Ask him if everything is all right. Such a venting of emotion is uncommon, even for the likes of this particular worm knight. Sir Gilman is making enough of a racket to be cause of some fair amount of concern. Is everything all right? You maintain a gentle tone with him and ask whether there is something he might wish to discuss. Sir Gilman perhaps could benefit from talking through his woes. He stands there for a time, silent and dejected, but then... Master Reader, this knight cannot escape the horrors of his past. It seems that you would hear them. Then you have this knight's apologies ahead of time for burdening you further with his troubles. Having said that, here, then, are the troubles you requested. You are, of course, familiar with the siege of the Spiral Sanctum. For this night, the memory of it is like a wound which will not close. This night stood there on the front lines while high-wing remnants descended upon us. So furious was their assault that our chain of command was ruptured instantly. We of the Sea Dominion, we require our orders to perform our duty. Without such orders, why, we surely made a very easy target there that eve. One by one, then two by two, they picked us off, becoming bolder, some of them, shrieking with laughter all the while. This night, he saw his comrades cast aside like sea flies. How this knight survived, he does not know for certain, even now. Perhaps it was that he attempted to pursue and to detain his own knight commander, whom you met when you first met this knight. That cursed Sir Deluge! If not for his craven cowardice, the Spiral Sanctum it might have held, at least a while longer. But indeed, we were routed, rendered spineless both in form and deed. Sir Deluge was first to turn and flee, as our chain of command crumbled. And as for this knight, he failed to catch his knight commander. He must have looked a coward too.
Thus came the time for penance, and this night, why, he insisted on the only course of action reasonable. He insisted on descendants to the downside. And as you can plainly see, his wish was then fulfilled. How absurd that he should re-encounter his old knight commander here soon after. Thus did this knight become obliged once more to Sir Deluge. We took to the waters in the Sea of Solace, where soon we met the Pyre Hearts, a triumvirate exclusive to our kind. It was plain to see that they lacked wherewithal, and Sir Deluge, they thought, he could provide it, the leadership they sought, and his was too much of a coward to decline. As for this knight, being of the Sea Dominion, he had little choice but to comply, or so at first he thought. When this night, when he encountered you and the Nightwing, something awakened within him. With so little honor left to lose and so much left to gain, it became eminently clear that this knight stood a better chance within your ranks than those of Sir Deluge. And there is little left to say. This knight cannot escape his past, and yet he chooses to believe that he was spared that day, not merely by coincidence. Perhaps under King Ores yet has plans in store, in which this knight may play a part. This night he clings, however vainly, to that hope. He slithers away, his head bowed low. It seems the best to leave him be for now. You sense he feels relieved at having shared all this. Provides a bit of warmth on cold nights and sometimes something at which to nod and stare. Magma bug, keepsake from Black Basin. It's my lava lamp. I sense my lovely reader has returned. Then how may I assist you? Well, looks like somebody's ready for a trial. Certainly, my reader. You need but indicate who is to be my subject for this round. Well, I only have 2 left. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Sir Gilman. You think that dimwit of a worm has any chance? Perhaps you are correct, though I put little stock in him myself. Though, let us bring him forth. Soon Sir Gilman appears in heed of his summons, scared. Master Rita, is this knight perchance in trouble for something? No way, bro. We're getting you some extra stuff. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, worm, you answer to me here. As you will, your highness. Your highness, I like the sound of that. The flattery shall get you nowhere here. Demonstrate your competence to me then, worm. You shall have to do it mostly on your own, though under the guidance of your lovely reader. I trust you are prepared. Of course, your highness. This knight accepts this challenge. Oh no. Ouch. See, I don't know how to get inside of their big oars. I know how to go fast though. Oopsie. That did not get me there. Ah. See, I like went right through him with no trail though. Why didn't I leave an ore trail behind? There were just too many last time. There was no way I could get in there. Oop. No. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Too fast. There's a wall there. Oh, no, you don't. He's too quick. Once he gets loose, he's unstoppable. Mostly. Huzzah! This knight prevails!
I have no choice but to confer with that assessment worm. Your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell.
Master Reader, this knight is humbled after having passed that sorceress test. Whew, by the scales of the other King Oris! What is that you have?
I got an Oris's scale. Rank 10 legendary talisman. Sir Gilman jumps farther than usual, plus 30%. The Under King laughed aside deep wounds and fought and fought and fought. Wow. Sir Gilman's biography. He just told me that. Instantly recovers all stamina is good, but big jumps is also good. I have not done the challenge practice rites yet. Express your interest in the practice rites. It seems to be a way to practice conducting the rites without all the pressures of the real thing. Certainly, reader. That is why I'm here. See you in that blasted book in just a moment. My beyonders shall be waiting. Bum, 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 bum. We want more practice with Sir Gilman. This place, so we're back. Look there, our host approaches. Sandra appears and looks upon your fellow exiles. Welcome to the practice rites. Thanks, great to be back. Love the decor, honest. Silence, cur. You are fortunate your reader summoned you again. You could use a little discipline. Now come forth and let us see how capable you are. In the practice rites, no enlightenment is awarded. You may train here with your fellow exiles as much as you wish, or press start to return to the wagon at any time. Shoom, shoom, shoom. If you are ready then, Nightwings, grasp the orb, and we shall train with you. Ah. Yep. Oh, got me. Boing, big jump. No bounty here. Oh, that's sad. How do I do this? Doesn't matter, I guess. Just go fast. Just run around to get him out of position a bit, and then you just... Nope. Huh. Just a bit of evasion there. Ah! Oh. So yeah, I'm still not 100% sure the best way to attack with him. But as long as I have other more normal characters, I don't really need to. I just had too many weird characters in that fight. Your vision returns as the effects of the Beyonder crystal dissipate. The time seems to have stood still while you experience the vision. Interesting. The Beyonders. What's on your mind? How very kind of you to visit me again like this, oh lovely reader. For I was just standing about in the blankness of this void, thinking it would be most pleasant if something were to happen for a change. There was a long period of time that this incarceration of mine failed utterly to do anything but bring me peace of mind. Not much of a punishment. I invite you to imagine an upbringing among the Sisters of the Arch. An ancient band of killers trained almost from birth to carry out their missions without fail. All the sisters needed was a name and a sum of 500 sol up front. That's cheap. Living on the outskirts of civilization, your days are all full of training which could kill you, or just cripple you for life. How do you suppose I lost my sight? Through glorious battle with the scribes, or in a careless sparring session with my master? Ah, but I've not forgotten enough just yet. In any case, at first I welcomed the prospect of not having to struggle every moment to survive. But in less than 2 centuries, why, I started to grow terribly bored. It did not help at all that the Nightwings of the early days were the stogiest lot you could imagine, obsessed with obeying the book as strictly as they could. Some of them started to remind me of myself, I think, when I was young. Such idiots, the lot of them. Ah, but what am I saying, lovely reader? I shall not bore you further with such matters. I would have bored myself to death back then, if only I could die. Like so many other things, I think mortality is something oft taken for granted, until it is taken away. So, given your mortality, what say ye that we get back to business here? Okay. Goodbye. Come visit me again sometime. I would like to forage for goods. Since something Falcon Ron values here. Interactive forage at this location. Crystallized bits of magma. You sense a source of enlightenment here. The cabins here are filled with ancient songs or howling wind, depending on whom you ask. Molten pools. Fairy mites. Something you forged in the Black Basin region. Okay, that was quick. Not a whole lot of interaction with that one. The Nest of Triesta against Manly. In and out route to the Nest of Triesta. Exiled Heart Matriarch lived in solitude among these very cliffs. The wagon comes to a sudden halt. That does it. I'm leaving. The cause of Jodariel's outburst soon becomes apparent. Don't you dare! Well, reader darling, at least some of us know how to take a joke, wouldn't you say? Look, she was reminiscing once again about her soldier days, and I just happened to point out, I may have suggested the fiery destruction of the Spiral Sanctum happened on her former unit's watch. I mean, didn't it? Not that she would have made much of a difference had she been there herself. She ought to thank the saint she was spared by her exile here. I thought she held no love for your commonwealth. I shall never understand what it is your people ever saw in that dreadful place. But I guess I hit a sore spot. I should probably apologize. She swoops off. There is no sign of either one of them.
You organize a small search. It proves fruitless, but then Jodariel returns, alone as if nothing happened. She is back to her calm self. Let us continue. I regret the interruption. Pamitha soon comes back as well. Oh, don't you worry, darling. I have definitely patched things up between us. Honest. At least, I think perhaps I didn't make things worse. She returns to her business in the wagon. You make ready to resume your travels, but make a note to follow up with them. Page revealed, page revealed. Hello. You find Pamitha in the midst of a heated conversation. All I'm saying is we're limiting not only our own chances individually, but all your friends' chances as well. Jodariel seems to be considering whatever it is that Pamitha proposed. Reader, the harp here is suggesting that perhaps it would be best if I were to form an alliance with the ones whom I fought for the better part of my life. Just with me, Jodariel. I cannot vouch for anybody else. How utterly absurd. If we were in the Commonwealth, I would not have stayed my hand against her. That I can say for certain. However, as Hedwyn would say, what happened back there, perhaps none of that matters anymore, and what matters more is what we do from here. That is to say, I'm willing to give it a shot. You mean you would be willing to conduct the rite with me? Si. Yes. Excellent. I knew that you would come around. Thought she'd never come around, but I ought to give her the benefit of the doubt here. I'm grateful for your open-mindedness. No need to let old enmities between our ancestors ruin things between us, or the others in our little party for that matter. After all, do not push it with me, Harp. We shall see if the reader here is thus inclined to pair us in the coming rites. I am willing to defer to them. Anyway, you see, I think I managed to make amends there. Doubtless we'll get on swimmingly in no time. Pamitha and Jodariel are now willing to conduct the rites together. Hope for the best. Keepsake from Mount Elodiel. Schlugman.
Oh, hey guys. Look, I got something here I think which maybe you will like.
He shows you several bottles of multicolored liquids of some sort. Sun serum. For the next rite, gain +4 hope. Drag to a talisman, pocket activate, usable once. A beverage brewed in pure sunlight, said to warm the soul of whoever imbibes it for a little while. Star serum for the next rite, +4 quickness. A beverage brewed in pure starlight, said to hasten the step of whoever imbibes it for a little while. And moon serum. For the next rite, gain +4 presence. A beverage brewed in pure moonlight, said to stir the spirit of whomever imbibes it for a little while.
Yeah, they taste pretty good, I guess. And besides, they can give you just the little lift you need. Know what I mean? You get thirsty for them, don't even worry. I can get more soon.
Okay, well, I have some things for you. I'd like that one. This one you can have for sale. Yeah. I don't really like the orb flinging. It takes so long. I'm gonna get rid of that thing.
You guys really are my favorite customers, you know?
Alright. Last rite of the nights. Everything is prepared and night is just beginning to take hold above the molten crags of Nest of Triesta when Volfred gets your attention. Reader, I suppose you might remember our first meeting with that manly tender stuff. He would be mortified, of course, if you forgot. I would say that he is an embarrassment to my kind, but unfortunately, I've known many others like him. We are a discontented people, I suppose. Anyway, when last we saw him, you might recall that I avoided him.
We are not good acquaintances or anything, but he knows enough people in high places that he could be harmful to our plan, should he know of my involvement. And so,
Volfred dons his ritual mask.
I shall have to be discreet here. As I am with the Nightwings once again, I can no longer hide from him outright. Perhaps, though, he shall take me for a common sap. Anyhow, it seems to me we have a rite to conduct.
Did he just join the squad? Ooh, what are those? Something else catches your notice in the sky this time. Strange new stars shimmering about the ones you recognize.
The greater titans have returned.
The colossal monsters that once roamed the downside. The scribes together slew them one by one, and through this forged their bonds.
Some of them, and merely in spirit, not in form. But those dark stars are a portentous sign. Though they may light our way, beware the path which they illuminate, reader.
Henceforth you may invite the influence of the Titan stars. Look upon them without fear, omens in the night sky, each representing one of the downside's mythical monstrosities. Use the Titan stars for a greater challenge. Slain or routed long ago, the greater Titans are an indelible part of the legend of the 8 scribes.
Behold, the Titan stars.
Your adversary, Yashlak Astralborn, your adversaries shall be more cunning and much quicker to react. Call upon the Titan stars to rank up faster. Interact to activate this Titan star's effect. Star of the Star Titan, once sealed away by the scribe Molten Milithe. Limbless Erazek. Your adversaries shall have +8 hope, making them return sooner after banishment. Call upon the Titan stars to rank up faster. Star of the Root Titan, once vanquished by the scribe Luce Calorian. Imdriga the Widow. At the start of this rite, your pyre shall automatically suffer damage -30. Star of the Blood Titan, once vanquished by Underking Ores of the Sea Dominion. Let's try this. So those are difficulty mods to make the game harder, but you get better rewards. So despite failing in my last mission, I still want to try out a Titan Star. So
The Titan stars. Burning remnants of monstrosities felled by the scribes themselves. Dare you to stand against them in their fury? Dark is the knowledge that you seek there, reader. Best focus on your adversaries, keen as they are to confront you once again. Put out their fire first, and show them the glory of the Nightwings.
glory!
Make ready for the rite!
I am so ready.
My, what have we here? Why, the Nightwings come to grace us with their presence once again. Are you perhaps intent upon humiliating us even more after last time?
You sense Volfred reaching out to you.
Reader, let us indulge him for the time. Perhaps he shall reveal something we can use to provide a distinct disincentive for his meddling. Just let him keep on talking. I shall attempt to remain hidden. And the colors of those raiments, I mean, they are rather gaudy in this light, I have to say. Though I mean no offense at this, of course. So, do you suppose the rite is going to commence soon? As much as I enjoy our chats like this, I do have to get going soon. If you must know why, I'm expecting an important message from the other side, no less. Come down. I hear something is brewing out there. Some sort of unrest, So yes, it is a very important message, sent all this way by one of those imp couriers, and I must say, those little things, their services are certainly not cheap. Though I'm sure that I could get you a good deal on their services if you wish, perhaps to contact a loved one back home. All I ask, of course, is that you stand aside and let the chastity prevail. As well we ought, for I've a date with destiny not long from now, upon the fall of Soliam.
He continues talking for some time until at last the rite is set to start.
Ho ho! Oh, my, look at this wonderful assembly of exiles come from all different corners. Such a colorful retinue you Nightwings have. You know, I heard the most preposterous rumor about you, that you are harboring an especially notorious criminal, one who has designs upon the Commonwealth itself. He looks right at Volfred. But I could not imagine such outlandish tales could possibly be true. Anyhow, I so would like to meet everyone here. Hello, good Nightwings. I am H. Manly Tinderstuff, and truly it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Manly has intruded on your privacy as you set to choosing your triumvirate. He could not be less welcome. He seems to be searching for someone in your ranks. Manly seems very interested in your triumvirate. Ask him to leave politely. Manly seems to respond to behavior similar to his own. You could send him away. Warn him to back off immediately. Perhaps a broken limb or two might cause Manly to think better of such antics next time. You suggest to Manly that perhaps he ought to check on his own triumvirate in the key moments prior to the rank. Why, yes, of course. I was just taking the opportunity to bid all of you salutations, for I so enjoy getting to meet my fellow exiles face to face like this. Yes, there may be rules against this type of thing, but who's counting, am I right? I'm sure the scribes wouldn't mind if they were here. Anyway, now that you mention it, I ought to go back to my wonderful colleagues. See you shortly, and good luck. Ta-ta. Manly leaves at last, leaving you to focus on the Rite again.
Who shall conduct this rite?
Manly. When preparing to fling the orb, the bearer's charge of speed increases plus 40%. If he is banished, a sapling shall automatically spawn near his pyre until he returns. After casting Sprout, Manly's sapling spawns faster than usual and gains a larger aura. The brief charge-up time before Averick jumps or sprints is virtually eliminated. After dousing the enemy's adversary's pyre, the banner's pyre is restored by up to 8. Same thing. And after Tide banishes an adversary, one of his banished allies shall instantly return. Dang. Powerful. They go from 0 to 100 real fucking fast.
Jodariel. Pamitha. Nay. The choice is cast.
Manly. He reminds me of the kinds of people who were unkind to me back home, I mean. Not here. Oh, that's me. Are you quite ready yet, O Nightwings? I doubt you are. Because my colleagues of the Chastity and I, we have a trick or two we think shall take you by surprise. Just watch.
Commence. Beware, the best laid plans do oft go awry.
Why did it not switch?
A banishment.
Ah.
All banished.
Wiped them out.
Good. Well cast.
Ah.
Was almost cruel.
Ah. What am I doing? Huh? Why is no one jumping? Ah.
Woe is you.
Okay, that.
Glory greatest.
Best not get overconfident, Nightwings.
Uh-oh.
You poor
Uh-oh. Oh,
Nightwings.
God, that's such long recharge times. Okay, it's fine, we're fine.
A bit of a blunder.
No, you don't.
May did it.
Big jump for May, big jump. Oh, how did that not hit anyone? Ah!
Oh, you poor thing. Their pyre sputters.
Gotta get my gold, yo. Ah? No!
A shameful outcome. Tread lightly.
Ah.
A stroke of luck is all.
She like has to warm up for a second before she charges, I guess, for whatever reason.
One false move.
Fuck. Go, go, go. Oh,
So
man.
close.
No.
From burning flame to ash.
Ah!
Pamitha has doused the flame.
Big flies, big flies. Perhaps you're merely toying with me, I mean, kind of. I was trying to get that gold. Well, all of this is very, very funny, but now stand aside and let old manly wrap this up, won't you? Won't you?
That
won't ya?
manly Tinderstaff has such a mind for politics. Would that he focused on the rights? Indeed.
No. Go. Get your stamina back. Ah, man. No, God, jeez. They were so fast.
A rude predicament for the Chastity. United in banishment.
Boom.
Oh my word.
Oh, man, they healed. I forgot.
The night is nearly ended.
Oh, if you don't plunge, you get to come back? What? I didn't know that.
Oops, Daisy.
Quite the close call there, no?
Yes, extremely. Ah! Fly!
And in his dark, the Nightwings prevail. Perhaps they do deserve their freedom after all.
Yeah, new alliance achievement unlocked. Neat.
The Rite is done.
My word, how could this happen to me? You deceitful, ignorant, utterly uncouth pack of fools. Have you any idea what you've done?
Volfred watches this outburst in silence.
Keep spouting off like that, Manly, and you shall reveal all we need to know. You harbor such a fear within your heart there, don't you? Coming from the aristocracy and now in exile, how they must speak of you. What would they think of you if you don't get out, or even if you do?
Volfred remains deep in thought, studying his adversary.
There, I see now.
Then Volfred recedes into the shadows.
What? My head? Who? Oh, I believe there must be some mistake. I have to go. Ta-ta! Fine evening to you now. It's been a pleasure, genuinely so.
Manly stumbles away in a stupor.
And there he goes. I've lifted certain burdens from him for the time. A bit of mercy for his sake. For my people's sake. As well, it should ensure he has no lasting memory of our encounter here, or running into me. Now, let's be off before he catches up with us again.
The Rites do tend to teach something of trust.
Utter nonsense, all of this, that we have come this far. Fortune alone cannot be the cause. Jodariel can banish adversaries by flinging the orb into them. Sick. Titan Stars plus 3%, that's it.
If only wings could speed us on toward greater understanding.
All in all, having to unlearn everything I've learned is going somewhat faster than expected. Okay. When casting her aura, Pamitha can trigger an aura burst that banishes nearby adversaries. If Pamitha is banished while Winged Fury's effect is active, she returns twice as quickly as usual. So yeah, you banish someone, you get to go fast, but then if you die right away, you come back more quickly. This is cool, but seems more useful.
Until the next Rite.
So, how was that for you, Jody darling? I suppose the outcome was acceptable. I'll take that as a compliment, and reader, thank you for your guidance, as ever.
Back at the wagon after vanquishing the Chastity in a convincing manner, you are about to join the others discussing the outcome when Volfred finds you.
Good work back there, my kin, though I'm afraid I must pull you away from any revelry, for there is something you should see. Please join me outside. Look forth, the golden star reveals itself to us once more.
Indeed, somewhere deep in the infinite dark, a single star shines brighter than the rest. The path to freedom reveals itself again. Confirm your destination. Bing. Soliam, the golden star. The Withdrawn. Oof. We're 1-1. They beat us last time. Not again, though. The Rites are calling you again to the fall of Soliam, where one among you may go free. should you prevail. It is as we discussed. The cycle of the rites is beginning to turn more quickly. Perhaps the scribes themselves have taken notice. Fortunately, having more frequent opportunities to free ourselves is not unwelcome to our plan. 31%. I suppose it's good for everyone, including the Withdrawn, who will oppose us next. Getting to Mount Jodariel ought to be a little easier than before, at least. We should be able to make landing near to some of the old monuments to the scribes. Let's set forth at dawn. Soon everyone is off to rest, as best they are able, knowing that another chance at liberty for one of them shall soon present itself. Page is revealed. May wants to chat. May seems to be in a happy mood, though she always seems to be around Jodariel, who is listening to her with patience. So, I would just look within the sallow caps each daybreak for the morning dew to drink, and once in a while I would find maybe a stream to drink from too. Though I'd get very thirsty sometimes too. I tried drinking tree sap once. It wasn't very good. Really, it was very bad, I guess. She seems to be discussing how exactly she managed to survive in the downside all alone for so long. Jodariel watches her intently all the while. Food was harder to find, usually, because, this is a bit embarrassing, but I tried never to harm a living thing, you know, because it makes me very sad. But sometimes it is the way of things, I understand, I do, and so I would eat as often as needed to, and tried a lot of different things to see if they were good. Most of them weren't, though. But I got by. I learned to get by. I already knew how a little bit, because back home, where I came from, there I had to get by there too. It was harder, but it wasn't that much harder, really, in a way. Jodariel remains silent for some time as May trails off, then she embraces May and holds her there gently. Oh, that's so cute. May lets out a breath, but says nothing either for a while. Oh. Big Mom. May I ask a question of you? Me? Well, of course. What question is it? How old are you? Do you know? Oh, I'm 19 years old. That's how old I am, I think. Truly, then you have seen a lot in not a lot of time. Know that what you have achieved, it is a feat. I have known seasoned soldiers who could not have lived through the experiences you have described. Oh, really? Wow, thank you so much. You have seldom seen May look so joyful as this moment. As for Jodariel, you could count on one hand the number of times you have seen a smile play across her lips. You leave them to their conversation. That was cute as fuck. Okay, so it saves. Good. All right, we're back here. So thank you everybody who came out tonight. We had quite a few people stop in, and I appreciate you all so much. So I'm enjoying this. As I said, I've released my first person, but that doesn't feel like anything to me. Like it came so early. It was my 7th basketball match, and then the real game opened up after that with all this tracking and planning and stuff. So now what I'm thinking is okay. So when I got Tizo out, that was plus 5% to the plan, and then each match that I have done has been plus 2%, but something else boosted it up, and I don't know what exactly. Or no, the plan started at 20%, and then Tizo got out, that's plus 5%, and then each match, which has been 3, has been plus 2%, even the one I lost. So I'm now at 31%. So if it continues like this, I'll end up at 36% after I get the next person out, or maybe 38. And then I'll get plus 11 for each round. So that would be 6 more rounds of this times 4 matches, 24 more matches. Seems like a lot. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. Well, no, I can't do that many because I only have. So the plan says I need to find one more teammate. I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 teammates. So I can do the trial 4 times before I will not have enough people to do the trial anymore. And at that point, then what? Well, I'll get one more person. So 5 more times total I can do it. And then I won't have 3 people. So unless they make me do it at a handicap to try and get everyone out. But I don't know. Don't know. But I wish everyone who came out to watch, thank you again. And I hope you have a Merry Christmas if you do that. And if not, I hope you enjoy a extra day off of work if you get that, which you should because it is a national holiday. Unless you're not in America, then I still hope you get a day off. But thanks again, everybody, and I hope you have a good night, and I will see you soon with more of this. And we're just going to play this till we're done, which may take us through the rest of this year, which is fine. And then we'll start into our new batch of games for 2023 in January. So thanks again, and have a good night and a good weekend. Goodbye.